Hello, and welcome to the movie universe. I'm your host, Movie Fan. Today, I'm here doing my Power Rangers. Today, I'm here doing my Power Rangers live stream, just like I promised. And believe it or not, I actually do have a lot to talk about, and I certainly hope my special guests will arrive, because I've been looking forward to this for quite a while, my friends. Now, as we all know, there's a lot going on right now with Power Rangers. Heck, this year we had Lord Zed make a huge appearance back on Power Rangers. That was a very great moment indeed. And I know I already made a video on that, and I don't need to really do much more than just mention it because it's true. But, you know, it's just that I hope to see more of that Lord Zed, and I hope to see him soon. If he's already come back again, I must have missed it. I'll check up on it. Like I said, I'm keeping my eyes open. But there are a lot of things I'm hoping will come around, and I hope they will come around soon. Like one big one is the upcoming movie that Hasbro's making. I'm looking forward to that just like everybody else because, after what happened with Power Rangers back in 2017, well, it didn't exactly go the way we wanted it to. I mean, don't get me wrong. I actually do. Now, don't get me wrong. When it comes to remakes, and that's technically what that was, well, correction. No, I wouldn't. I still don't call that a remake. When it comes to movies based off of TV shows, I came in, I know that they're usually garbage. So I came in with very low standards. So I wasn't greatly disappointed like everybody else was. And unfortunately, a lot of people expected more than what they got out of it. Now, for me, I actually got a little bit more than I was expecting because, with Power Rangers 2017, I didn't think that they would, quote, I didn't think they would quote scenes from the series, like, the oath and all that Zordon made them take. And of course, to say it's morphin' time. And I was not expecting them to do the theme song. Granted, they did it for a little bit close to the end where they were getting the Zords and got them going. But, again, I was not expecting that. Aha! I see my guest has arrived.
Hello, movie fan.
Hey, Jonathan, good to see you. How you been?
It's great to see you too. And I gotta say, this is a more phenomenal time to talk about Power Rangers. But first, before we begin this live stream, I got a special announcement for all Power Rangers fans. You may know Amy Johnson as the original Pink Ranger, but there's something you must know. She's entering the family of DC Comics in a new episode of the TV show Superman and Lois at the CW.
Oh, rock on. That is awesome. That is awesome.
I know, right?
So what, is she going to be Lois or is she doing something else?
Oh, she's going to be directing.
Oh, that's even bigger yet.
And you know what? Because of this news, got me thinking. I wonder what's going to be like if she's going to be not just directing, but also starring in a team-up episode with Superman with the original Power Rangers.
That would be awesome.
Oh, yeah. Even that Tui Trang would not be there because she died. But that will be great. Aisha will be there with Zach, Tommy, Billy, and Jason. That will be awesome.
Yeah. It would be great to get the team back together, or at least most of them in this case.
Oh, yeah, that would be a great
that's
idea.
one of the that's one of the things that a lot of people have been hoping for, a Power Rangers reunion. And I mean a real reunion. A lot of fans have been wanting that for years, and so far it hasn't happened yet. I mean, right now it hasn't happened because of what's been going on lately, but, beforehand, people have been wanting a Power Rangers reunion with the cast. I mean, obviously, Tui Trang, she's gone, but they would, I'm sure that if they do that, and I hope they do one of these days, that they would do something to honor her memory, of course. That would be a requirement. Kind of like what they did with that Fresh Prince of Bel-Air reunion. Because obviously Uncle Phil, he died, who was played by James Avery. So, they
Or
just
Friends.
looked up some old clips. Oh, what?
Yeah, Friends. It also has a reunion, and yes, James Michael Tyler, who is also known as Gunther, passed away recently.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but
I
by
would love a
comparison,
reunion of the Mighty Morphins. That would be
yeah,
so fantastic.
yeah, definitely. I know I would. And I would definitely love to see more stuff coming out with the original cast members, especially since these days, they've been, well, doing all kinds of. There's been a lot of fan fiction going on out there and a lot of comic books. I would like to see more comic books. No, correction. I would like to see a lot of the comic books come to life on the big screen in one way or another, or even a
Oh
TV
yeah,
series, whatever works.
like the famous Power Ranger comics from Boom Studios. I would love
That's
to
it.
see that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people are just dying for the Shattered Grid series to come to life.
I'm one of them, and in fact, I would love to see it animated.
That would be the way to go, in my opinion, because, if they were trying to do it live, there's no way that could really work because let's not forget, folks, they are older now. Now, granted, they don't look like really like they're 80 or something or 100 years old, but still, that would be tough to pull off, and that's the truth. And let's not forget, no offense intended, I'm just telling the truth. Jason David Frank, he's covered with so many tattoos now. The special effects department will have a heck of a time trying to cover him up.
Yeah, and even I do find him really cool with the tattoos. I could agree with that.
Well, it's just that, most people wouldn't exactly expect that with Power Rangers. You could say what you will about that, folks, but, it's not exactly something you would, expect a Power Ranger to be covered with tattoos. He even has them on his hands now. And that would be tough to cover. In fact, you might remember where for Power Rangers Dino Thunder, he started to get those tattoos then, and that's why they always had him wear long sleeve shirts. Obviously,
Hmm,
long sleeve shirts aren't going to work on his hands, that's for sure.
I didn't know that.
It's true. Yeah, because you could say what you will about this, folks, but it's just that whole counterculture thing. When you're doing a kids show, you don't want to give the impression that tattoos are good on a kids show. That's just the way it is. I don't know one way or another. I never have tattoos because I hate needles, but it's just that for a lot of people, you got this representation that tattoos equal that you're a biker or a thug or a troublemaker or just plain tough, take your pick. But for a kids show like Power Rangers, well, since they try to teach you to be on the straight and narrow, because that's the way it's always been with that series, it doesn't really fly here.
Hmm.
Yeah. But again, getting back to the Shattered Grid series, obviously they're a lot older now, so to try to do stunts and to try to make them look young, that would take a lot of work, especially with the modern technology they got now. Granted, they do have the ability to make someone look younger with the CGI. Heck, that's what they did for Samuel L. Jackson in the movie Captain Marvel. But still, the problem is that is very time consuming. It's very expensive, and plus, at the same time, you would have to have stunt doubles and I mean a lot of stunt doubles to do stuff that they can't really do anymore, for a lot of them. Because, well, a lot of them are up in their 40s and 50s now. Sad but true. I hate to put it that way, but there's really no other way to put it. And on top of that, with all the parallel dimension crossings and all that, with various ones throughout the universe, obviously this would be the only way to do it would be with CGI animation, or even better yet, regular good old fashioned 2D animation. But CG probably would be better because of the transformation of the Zords. And that's another thing, too, because of all the different Zords they got in there. like Ranger Slayers, Zord, and all that. So
Wow. And if I see Shadow Grid to be animated, I would love to see Amy Jo to be playing both Kimberly and the Ranger Slayer. That would be awesome.
yeah, I know I would. And I would definitely love to have Jason David Frank be his principal character, Tommy Oliver, as well as Lord Drakon. Definitely.
That would be so awesome.
Yeah.
That would be
Obviously with
quite
that,
awesome.
now that I think about it, that would probably not work for a series. It would probably work better as a movie because don't forget, there's a lot of death in that series.
Oh, that I'll never forget that. Especially when I read the
Mhm.
comics, seen the game movie of the Battle for the Grid. But let's not forget,
Yep.
spoiler alert for those who haven't played the game or seen the game movie of it on YouTube, Tommy Oliver came back unharmed.
True.
And let's
That's
not forget
true.
about
But
the epic showdown between both the Green Ranger and Lord Dragon.
yeah. Yeah, and that's just it. I mean, granted, in what I presume to be our universe with our Power Rangers, Tommy did come back to life, more or less. But in Lord Drakon's universe, don't forget, he killed Jason. And that's how he
Ooh,
became the Green Ranger, White Ranger hybrid.
I I think I must have forgot about that because I
Yep.
remember. I think I remember right now that I've seen in a few fan films that Draken mentioned killing Jason.
Yeah, see? Yeah, because in that part, they were going to try to give Jason more power by giving him White Ranger power, but Drakon made it there and killed him and took the power, and that's how he got that iconic look. That's how that happened. So, yeah. So, yeah, obviously it would work better as a movie than as a series because, well, at least I would think so. But,
Oh, that,
aside of but aside of that, there is one comic book series, again, I would love to see come to life, and that would be the Ninja Turtles crossover comic.
oh yeah, I would love to see that as well as the crossover with the Justice League, and as
Yep.
well as that crossover of A Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's more of a fan fiction, isn't it?
Yes, it is a fan fiction,
Hmm.
a fan-made fan fiction, and
Yeah.
and if any of you guys are interested in reading the comic, all you have to do is type www.mmtrvsfk.com.
Hmm. Yeah, it's pretty interesting, and obviously if they brought that to life again, that would have to be a movie because since it's Freddy Krueger for crying out loud, it's gonna be
I know,
gory.
I know. And not only that Freddy is in this crossover, let me mention about the heroes part. Not just that the original Rangers are there, but also Sandy and the Dream Warriors and the Masked Rider, the Alien Rangers, and yes, later in the comic, Bulk and Skull teaming up with the Dream Warriors.
Wow. What a
And
concept.
and it's interesting that I've been wanting to know that ever since I watched the series and the 1995 movie counterpart, that I've been thinking about it for a while. That I want to know what if both Ninjor and Dulcia are together. And finally, when I read that comic, my mind just blown away. It really happened. Ninjor and Dulcia in one shot. I mean,
Wow.
awesome, right?
That's incredible.
I
That is
know.
incredible. No doubt about that. That is nothing short of unbelievable because this is the first time that anyone has ever tried to do that. Because, don't forget, we had the movie and we had the series, and they were, by comparison, two completely separate entities, even though they were the
I,
same story, essentially. So, yeah,
and
that's a very big deal right there.
and of course, in terms of villains, not only that we got Freddy Krueger, but also we got Jason and Hellraiser. I couldn't imagine what happened in the next
Yikes.
comic. Then another villain's gonna come. Probably Ash from the Evil Dead films and Chucky and Tiffany or Michael Myers.
Yeah, that's an interesting thought.
And I just got a message from Sky Dub. He said, "Yo, I'm here."
Oh, hey, bro, it's good to see you. Yeah,
And
I'm doing it right now. Let me. It's funny. I thought I sent you the link earlier.
and
Let me try that again.
Daniel said that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the movie from 1995, was the worst movie I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, come on, bro. Really?
Seriously, Pedro, if you want to see the worst Power Rangers movie ever, check out Turbo.
Yeah, that's bad.
And not to mention,
I still
completely
cannot.
sucks.
Oh, man, Turbo. That still gives me nightmares to this day.
I don't know about nightmares, but it's probably the Batman and Robin of Power Rangers. I mean, it's a very dumb movie and completely rough.
Oh, man. Oh, Jonathan, don't even bring that up. Seriously.
I'm sorry that I have to bring it up, but to me, it's how it goes. Especially that both these two films came in 1997, while Batman
I know.
the same year in 1995 as Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie was made, also in 1995.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's true. Oh, okay, folks. Now for the moment I think many of us have been waiting for. Jonathan, we got my special guest today. Allow me to introduce the one, the only, my brother from another mother, Sky Stub.
Yo,
Hello, Sky.
Welcome, bro.
Yeah, I hear me. All right. Yeah. Let me say that stupid ass comment that says that's the worst movie. Come on, bro. That's not even a fucking opinion. That's a dumb opinion. I'm sorry, dude. Your opinion was overrated, just like the Turbo was.
Yeah.
The movie was a fucking miserable goddamn movie ever seen. I actually hated it myself, but Jason Frank was there, so it was okay. But for now, the movie was a dumb, terrible ass movie, man. What was freaking Saban was thinking, man? So you see what I mean? That's the point right there. Mighty Morphin was not the terrible one. It was a perfect movie, and its ending was perfect. So the ending was perfect. Your dumbass don't even think about it. Oh yeah, you can't even think about the plot, do you? Oh wait, that's why you only see you don't see the small picture. You don't see the tip of the iceberg. And guess what? People don't see that. You know what I'm saying? People don't see that. I'm sorry. Does people see that? No, they do not. And thank
You're
you,
kind of
brother.
garbled on the line, bro.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm
Can
sorry.
you
You're
hear
kind
me?
of garbling, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, just barely.
Okay, can you hear me now?
A little better, yeah.
Okay, maybe because I put it away, the mic is way too to that. But I was saying that the movie Mighty Morphin Power in 1995 is not terrible. Turbo was. Come on, man.
Yeah,
That was it's kind of
exactly. Turbo was
I'm gonna
horrible.
I'm gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm
Turbo
gonna
movie
I'm
was
gonna say this though.
absolutely bad.
I'm gonna say this. That opinion is kind of overrated. I'm sorry. I'm just saying it's overrated. In my opinion, that's overrated. So by the way, thank you, brother.
Which one you say is overrated?
Turbo is overrated. And
Yeah, Turbo. Ugh.
the dude,
And
the one who's calling me right now,
You know.
his opinion is overrated. I'm sorry.
if anyone remembers at the end of Zeo that after Lord Zed and Rita bombed
I agree. I agree.
King, yeah, Lord Zed said,
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny, Jonathan? You know what's funny though? At the same time, So the version of the Turbo was slightly better than Turbo. I even watched it. I even like it so much because it makes more sense than Turbo. It doesn't say, "Oh, blow the bomb." It does not say that. It just keep it down and they go up and flat. You know what I mean? The thing is, there's a difference between Sentai and between Power Rangers. It's because Savon messed it up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, all I can say is I prefer.
Um,
Well, I'm sorry,
go
guys,
ahead.
but I can still hear the gurgle.
I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
still kind of
mine though.
garbling,
I don't
but
think it's
well,
mine though. I think I hear the sound from coming behind. I think it's a good microphone. It's not mine.
hmm.
I don't think it's mine.
Well,
Oh, that
all I
sounded
can
a
say
lot
is,
better for a second there.
yeah, and all I can say is that the
Hmm.
1995 movie was a lot better than Turbo. The 2017
Yeah,
reimagined movie, it was all right. It was all right.
No, I mean, look,
I like
look.
the
Check this out.
2017 one, but hmm, I'm sorry.
Check this out. The movie, the Turbo, the teacher, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What's better?
That is
Better
weird.
than
Hmm. And I just got a comment that Turbo was a very bad movie and the show.
Yeah, that's from YouTube. Thanks for showing up, pal. Glad to see you. Yeah. In fact, I could tell you this from him because he's told me this a thousand times. That Turbo made him quit watching the show because it was that bad. And I'm surprised that, you know, I came back for Power Rangers in Space, which was definitely Saban's last greatest work on the series because Power Rangers in Space was
Well,
great.
yeah, well, the way I see it, In Space may be the last of the series, but Lost Galaxy, I believe, it happens to be a promo
Can you hear me?
Zordon era.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you sounded a little better there. Oh, that's better. That's better.
Okay.
A little better.
You were saying that the movie Turbo in the show was kind of terrible because of the script note. You know what I'm saying? Like the reason why it was so terrible is because there was no storyline, there was no origin, no explanation, nothing. And then all of a sudden that
That's
Gordon was
true.
taken away. But again, that's not explain anything. So where the freaking so it was the origin and everything else. You see what I mean? The point is that
Oh yeah,
the point is that Power Rangers Space, it was slightly better because of the storyline, the plot, and origin. Andros, he's the one who started everything. But
that's true.
then
That's very
in
true.
the Japanese version Sentai, well, it's kind of different because it's more darker and because they always make it better. You know what I'm saying? Sentai always gets the best stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know why? You know why Sentai always has these collaborations with the Kamen writers? It's because it's the best collaboration they have. You know what I'm saying? Like even the mix of it. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it, you're like, dude, what's up with this? It's awesome. If you ever think about it, Kamen writers are so badass. But the thing is, Devon actually
Yeah,
messed it up. Messed
that's
one up.
true, fans. Oh, true. They did not explain why they had to give out the Zeo powers for the Turbo one.
Nope. That's true. That's
And
completely true. And you know what? That brings to mind something else. Think about this for a minute, folks. In the movie, which I'll give it credit for two things, but I'll get back to that in a minute. Think about this for a minute, folks. They had the Zeo powers, and it turns out Zordon had the turbo powers sitting in a vault at the command center the whole time, which makes absolutely no sense. So it's like, okay, why did you guys bother to go get the Zeo crystal and all that when it turns out you didn't really need to after all, other than to make the kids turn into adults again?
Well, that's the thing. That's what the bond thinks about it at his own ass. You know what I mean? Like he thinks,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
this kid's gonna be in. You know what's funny though? Astro has been doing a better job than Saban. I'm sorry, Astro has been doing a better job than they have. Yeah,
Yeah,
they've been doing way better. Come on, imagine. in 1990, if Hasbro was taking,
Yeah.
what if Hasbro they took over Power Rangers and made it even better than Saban? Think about it. I mean, we
And
wouldn't be this
Yeah. That's
goddamn
true.
mess.
and of course, I
I'm
don't
just
mind
saying.
about
Hmm?
having a kid back
Go ahead,
then
bro.
thing into a Ranger, but I just wish that they
Oh,
would
yeah.
have made their storyline.
That's true.
Or
And, ironically, for Super Sentai, they did that first because in Die Range, which became
Car
Power Rangers,
Racing.
Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 2, they,
Oh
believe
yeah.
it or not, White Ranger was actually a kid in Super Sentai. But here, it was not very
Popular.
believable. I can't quite explain that.
It was not popular, as you say. You got
No,
Die
no, it
Yeah,
Ranger.
definitely wasn't.
In that Ranger, actually, the funny thing is, let me tell you this one. I watched the Die Ranger, right? I watched all the most of the Sentai, right? I'm on the Time
Hmm.
Ranger, but I'm all halfway there. But when it comes to Die Ranger, the thing is about the kid, he actually does know how to kick ass. That's the difference between that kid and the other one. The other one is Japanese kid who knows how to kick some butt, like serious some butt, like no kidding, no joke. This kid has more organs than the other one. The other one does not have any goddamn organs. Nothing. It's just his organ kid. Yes, and the kid is his father. His father always works so much, you know what I'm saying? And the other one does not.
Hmm.
He keeps his father and his family. You see what I mean? That's the point of the Sentai in the Power Rangers. They've all messed up pretty enough. That's the funny
Yeah.
part. You messed that up. The Super
Yeah.
Sentai, they, they actually perfected all the villains that you never seen, all the monsters, all the guys that you never seen are amazing. Like, dude, they're like, wow. You see, like, whoa, this is awesome. You know what I mean? You know what I
Yep.
mean, right? It's like,
I sure
dude,
do.
like, it's a whole other world. Like, another world that gets to. You know what's funny though? Most Rangers die. In Power Rangers, they don't. So where's the point? Where's
That's
the
true.
point of plot? Where's the point of the plot in the origin? If Saban does not know how to do it, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm glad he
Not
gave it up.
anymore.
So he
Well,
gave it
there was a
up.
time, I think, but not anymore, that's for sure. For Super Sentai, yeah, they always took a more adult approach, give or take, because some of the episodes I find a little questionable. It's not really the episodes themselves; it's just some of the stuff that's going on. I'm just gonna
You
reach
you
back
you
into
you
one
you,
here.
you mean like in most of the episodes a little bit cheesy, like a little
Let me
bit
think.
cheesy, like cheesy, you know, like it's okay, it's good cheesy, you know, not a bad cheesy like Saban does. What he
Yeah.
does is a bad cheesy, man. And people think that just know they make us laugh, make us feel like hey, you know, like but Saban, he actually messed that up. He actually messed it up. And you know what's
That's
funny though?
true.
And when he took over almost the diner center, you know, the he was better, slightly better what Devon has done. He messed that up. People would have been pissed. Trust me. It's like what he messing up with Turbo. You know that, right? The movie's gonna be a lot better in remake. I can't.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
So what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, and by the way, I just was 20 years ago, apparently, aka Yodashi is actually planning to direct the movie the Power Rangers, apparently. And I was surprised that much. I'm like, what? No kidding. So, yeah, guys, a stock as well. I was stuck a full bit. Like, what? I'm like, wow. Hey, Jonathan, you there?
Jonathan, you there?
Yeah, I'm still here. And I just got another message saying one good storyline about Zio was the mystery of who was the Gold Ranger and wondered for many episodes who he was.
Yeah, that's true. That was a big one. People were
Oh yeah,
wondering
And
forever.
it was a
I
big one
kind of
because
rewatched it.
oh, go ahead, bro.
Oh, go ahead, Jonathan.
I was saying that I kind of need to rewatch it
Oh,
just to
oh, okay.
get to the storyline of the Gold Ranger? I mean, I'm mostly familiar that the gold one is Jason.
Yep.
No. Jason took over. Jason just took over the Gold Ranger.
That's true. That's true.
The
That's
prince,
true.
the prince who's actually the original one, he's actually the one who, the trio, the trio people, super body, alien. He's most likely an alien, but he's a badass. I'm telling you. He's
Yeah,
literally
that's
a
true.
total badass. Like, no one ever has ever seen this guy. Even Jason gets at his moment in the spotlight, his own moment is so good, like, he's a butt. But until the powers were too much on his body, on his human body, that's what started notice, though. Because the brain of the body cannot sustain the power. Only the prince can, because he's an alien. And alien can have no limits, you know what I'm saying? Like for real. That's what Savon got about it. And you know what? It's a good idea. I mean, it was. That's a good thing with the Goldie. But the rest of it, you know what I mean? The rest of it, was crap.
Yeah,
Terrible.
was fan of YouTube just said the first Gold Ranger was Triforia. I forgot how to pronounce that, but yeah, that's him, all right.
It's Victoria. Victoria.
Oh, thank you. It's been a while since I've heard that name.
Victoria, like Trio,
Triforia.
like
Yeah.
Trio, like you have two aliens, two women,
Yeah.
This is not.
Yep. And I do remember how for a while, people were wondering who he was because story-wise, he came out of nowhere. And a lot of people were suspecting that it was Billy.
This one's gonna make you laugh. You know what else is good? This girl, I mean it, right? She's a Power Ranger fan. She always says, "Oh, yeah, he's so hot." You know what? Like, what? I'm like, I might be fangirling, but that's fangirling, right? And I'm like, I'm just fanboying. You know? But it's weird.
Bro, you're still kind of garbling again. Got a question for
Can
you.
you hear
What
me?
kind of a microphone are you using? Yeah, that sounded a lot better.
No. I'm sorry. Actually, I said the girl. Actually, the girl who I was when I was a kid, there was a girl, right? This girl was like, she said, "Oh, she's so hot," right? She was talking about
Oh, yeah.
Victoria, and then I'm like, "What the hell?" I'm like, I'm just fanboying because she's my favorite, right? He's one of my favorite Rangers, like you. And, Jason was a badass too, but
Yeah.
it would have been cool. It would have been cool if he become the Silver Ranger of the heroes, but Gavon never think about it because he never did. Oh wait, that's right. He's you know, low on money. He doesn't want to spend on money type of guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm using
That's true.
my regular Samsung headphones, but phones actually. I'm sorry.
Oh,
if you
you're
don't hear
using
me.
headphones?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, and I'm not having any trouble. I don't know what it
No,
is.
no,
Maybe
no.
your
I had to.
distance is a
No.
bit off there.
Yeah, maybe the distance. I have to go close because the most people say, "Oh, it's too
Yeah,
loud
because
on other
it
phones."
sounds.
Remember the other
Yeah,
phone
because
that
it
I
sounds.
had? Loud better. This one sounds a lot better because it's actually compatible. Actually, phones actually got Samsung Galaxy, though. That's why. They're more compatible
Oh,
now.
yeah.
I have a better phone now that can hear everybody. All I hear is just
Yeah.
the noise behind the back, but I don't know whose noise it is. So,
Yeah, that's
but
true. Yeah.
it doesn't bother me. So, I'm used to it. Yeah, and
Interesting.
well, you know what? Funny though, when everybody saw Kimberly, everybody thought of Trey, of Victoria. I don't know why. It's so funny though. Ironically, but funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, like this is the reaction of the people or something. I don't know what it is though. Like, Jonathan,
Yeah,
are you
me
there?
either. Jonathan?
And of course, I do have a fan fiction idea for what for the series of dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, did Jason become not just red but layer of gold? So I wonder, what would look like if Jason got the power of the silver energem, then he became the silver Dino Charge Ranger. That would have been also awesome.
Actually, I would agree. Actually, he would have been a badass.
That would be kind of awesome, actually. I think I would like that.
Oh yeah,
say
because Tommy became the Black Ranger after being green, white, and red. So
Yep.
and then black. So why not with Jason?
Sure, why not?
I mean, the actor of the Silver Ranger, he did good performance. May rest in peace. But I still wonder what would love to see if Jason would have took over.
That's a thought. That's a big thought right there. Let's see. Just thinking about this, trying to think here. Oh, shoot. I lost my train of thought there. But, since we're on Zeo, I think one of the things that sadly we need to keep on remembering about that is two things. One, that's when Tommy and Kimberly broke up and Kat stepped into her place. And I know you all know what I'm talking about here. And, well, that's when Billy sadly left the show. And we all know why he did, too. And that was messed up. The reason why he ended up doing it, that is. I mean, obviously for him, who could argue with the guy for leaving? But, I mean, it's just that what led him to it, that was messed up. That really was. There's no denying that.
Well, at least, of course, after a long time, he came back on screen of Power Rangers, but not on television, but on fan.
Yeah, that's true. And, the funny thing, a lot of people were thinking that he was the Gold Ranger, at least until it was revealed who the Gold Ranger was and who was going to be him. And that was Jason who ended up being him. But still, one thing I like about that moment, though, is we got the Alien Rangers to come back just for a little bit. And I love the Alien Rangers. They were great.
But I wonder what would look like if we got both a Zeo and MMPR team up. That would have been great.
Well, in this case, that would have been a little tricky to pull off because don't forget, a good lot of the team was well, no, I take that back. The only member of the team who was Mighty Morphin originally was Tommy and Jason as well. But at the same time, since he became the Gold Ranger, well, that might be a little tricky. I mean, it could be done with Adam, Rocky, and Tanya, and Kat, but still, maybe it wouldn't be that difficult, especially when
because not only that Jason could morph as the gold one, but he could morph as the red for one last time until the Forever Red episode, and then maybe Shriek back and Kim would have come back for a last time before the rest is history.
Yeah.
Power Rangers for BLM.
Sorry, I don't approve of that kind of stuff on my channel.
Oh, okay, now it just got blocked. But yeah, I would have loved to see the original team coming back.
No, I don't approve of that kind of garbage on this channel. I've seen enough hate going on for the past couple of years. We don't need more. Should have seen that coming. Sooner or later, there was bound to be one. Oh, well. Bro, you still there?
Guys?
Bro?
I think he's working on the... Oh, he just left.
Yeah, looks like he's... Looks like he's still working on that.
I guess that's what happens everyone has trouble with their microphone, I guess.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Oh well. I'm sure he'll
Oh,
come back. But oh, wait a minute. Here he is.
oh, he's
Okay,
back.
bro.
Okay. And any anyway, I still wonder what would look like if we got Power Rangers to be turned into an animated series, and then maybe we could have that on could use team ups that are unused to come to an animated form.
Bro, you all right?
Guys?
Sounds like he's having some audio trouble again. Oh dear.
Yeah, I guess. Well, as I was saying that if it turned into animated series, maybe they could bring unused team ups to the screen in animated form.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I still would love to see the animated form thing coming around.
Like,
Because, well,
like
you know,
what would
because
look
of all the
yeah, Zeo teaming up with Big Bad Beetleborgs, or the Wild Force crossover with Ninja Storm, or Turbo with Zeo, and Space with Turbo.
hmm,
I mean, there's so many team ups that are unused that I would have loved to see.
that would be cool.
I mean, that would be awesome, including that in that SPD with Mystic Force. That would have been awesome as well. And also, there was also an unused team up that it was supposed to come, but it did not. And that is the Super Mega Force with Dino Charge. On one hand, I don't mind that it did not come because I hate Mega Force and Super Mega Force.
Yeah,
But on the other hand, I just wish that since that Dino Charge became the best of the series of the Neo Saban era, it would have been the cast of the Megaforce would have got their script so they can have their better chance to shine.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and now that Hasbro are in charge of Power Rangers, they could release their own version of the Megaforce and Super Megaforce series and make better dialogue.
That's true.
Yeah,
Now let's see.
make the legendary battle make there be more legendary than what we got.
Oh boy, he is definitely having some serious trouble with that microphone. Just a second here. DHR2 Production says the Alien Rangers were not good in my eyes because it just made MMPR felt like an afterthought.
An afterthought? Actually,
Well,
in my opinion, the Alien Rangers is a good series.
I never thought of that, but it's possible.
I mean, the way they've done it, it's great. But I just wish they would have done a lot more better with more episodes. And I think I need to rewatch it though. But I couldn't imagine what it would look like if on screen they would have brought the Masked Rider in. And
oh yeah, that would have been awesome.
Their own lead of the team.
You know, it's funny that he was in it for the episode that preceded season 3. But, you know, it's funny. I never saw that back in the day. Somehow I missed it. I don't know. And they never showed it again, at least not as far as I could remember with the Masked Rider one. Obviously, it was a backdoor pilot for the Masked Rider series. No doubt about that.
Yeah, but people forgot about that episode, even though I wish that it would have forgot, because there are two things about that I don't like about the series. One, the way that they made how Lord Zed hated Count Dragon, but we don't
Mhm.
get more explanation about why. And
That's
two,
true.
and two, the new and most importantly, that monster that we get to see, that it's like a clone of Silverhorn back in season 2. They just
Oh yeah.
repaint
Yeah.
that. They just repaint it and add tongues. That's it. I mean, the design looks okay, but the dialogue and the voice sounds a little too goofy.
Yeah.
And I just wish that this team up would have been a lot better if it took place in the Masked Rider series, not in the MMPR series.
Hmm. Yeah. I know. And come to think of it, it's funny how, they did that, and yet for the Master Race series, of course, Power Rangers were never brought up again. So it's like,
Yeah,
okay, what?
that's why that part. That's why I mentioned that it would have been better if that team up took place in the Masked Rider series, not in the MMPR. And also, according to one of my favorite YouTubers, Dawson Rider, that maybe it would have been a lot better instead of only five Rangers, and let Kimberly be alone. It would have been better if all six come together and
Yeah.
no beach on Earth, except maybe for Bulk and Skull. That would have been great during the
Yeah.
time
Yeah. Of
that they
course.
were part of the police force.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, hang on a minute. DHR2 brought another one up. I mean, it would be kind of epic to see MMPR team up with Zhu Ranger in a comic.
Hmm, that
Yes.
sounds interesting.
That would be interesting. No doubt about that. Oh, and I found out my bro Skystub, he's having trouble with his microphone. So,
Here we go again.
yeah. Oh, you know what? That's true. He is a fan like us. My
Yeah,
brother
he
just
is.
my bro just gave a suggestion. DHR, would you like to join us? Because we Power Rangers fans need to sit together, man. And I'm always willing to hear everybody out if I can. That would
Oh, love to see you there, DHR2 Productions.
let's see. That would be nice to give Troy better acting lines. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. That
Oh
is so
yeah,
true.
because people say that he's acting like a robot than Robo Knight is. And
Yeah,
another
yeah. Oh man,
another
oh
prediction
boy.
idea that I have in mind, that instead instead of the Rangers that we got, except for Gia is a really cool Ranger due to that I see in the short film from Dad and Son.
Hmm.
Yeah, that that was awesome. And
Yeah,
she's becoming one of my favorite Yellow Rangers because of this short film.
that's
But
true.
the
Yeah,
rest,
she's pretty good.
I just wish that it would have been there if Zach, Aisha, Billy, and Tommy and Kimberly would have been there
I
to
know,
become
right?
the both Force and the Super Mega Force Rangers.
Now let's see. How am I gonna do this?
That way, they would say. That way, I would have loved to hear them say what other Rangers been saying their Morphin call.
How do I send you an invite, DHR? Because I've been doing it through Discord and that. I mean, I don't know if it would work on this part, or maybe it would. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I don't know. It's just.
Let me see it. Let me see if I can try.
Hmm? Well, you could try if you like, pal.
All right.
Let's see.
Okay.
Hmm. No, nothing went through. At least I don't see anything.
That's weird.
Maybe it's just meant for me only. Or maybe it won't work on this. I don't know. Let me try.
Huh.
Well, it worked for me. Probably because I'm the main dog on this one,
Oh yeah.
so to speak. Of course, that's only a guess. And, DHR, you're going to have to get that pretty quickly because I'm going to have to take that off soon. Unless we get another Power Ranger fan I'm willing to talk to. So,
Even
I'm just
that
kidding
we're
on them.
waiting, even that we're still waiting to see how Sky Sub is doing.
Oh, you did it on private chat. That's what went wrong there. He's not
That's
on
not
private chat.
Oh boy, here. Oh boy, another BLM. So many BLM. I mean, I don't even know what that means.
Don't ask.
I bet it means something bad, right?
It does.
Wow.
For me, it does,
I
but we're not going to go there. Well, I just removed it for a minute here because of after that one. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Let's try that again.
All right.
Bro, how's your mic? Oh, boy. Yeah, still a problem. Shoot. You have to figure that one out. Dang. Boy, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I just don't know what the deal is. Jonathan, you still there?
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is either. And
Bro, Bro, you still having trouble with the mic?
Yeah.
And yeah, I noticed that one too, bro. I looked at the private chat. There's got to be a way to ban those ones who like to do that kind of junk. DHR, are you still with us? So I'm not sure how I'm going to send the invite. Because through here, kind of looks to me like that would be a problem.
Let me try by the comments below of the...
DHR? You still there? I wonder what the heck.
Let me see if this could... Let me see if that could work this time. Not working. And I do have a question, movie fan. If there's going to be an anime movie adaptation of the crossover with MMPR and Justice League, who would be your cast?
Well, let me see on that one for a minute. I would say that if there was a crossover, of course, I would definitely prefer to have the original. I'm sorry?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the original
Apparently you
Power
gotta mod people in order to drop links. Mod? I don't know how to do that sort of thing, unfortunately. Here. My bros give a suggestion. Jonathan, why don't you give that a try? Because I'm not familiar with that. Mod.
Mod? No, I
Yeah.
don't think I need this one.
Unfortunately, bro, I know nothing about that sort of thing. I'm still far behind. So
So I, and for me, not just only I need the original cast to come, but probably Lauren Tom from Friends, who's also Julie in Friends. I think she would be great for
my phone's not attached to the internet, bro. Sorry, it really isn't.
And the way I see it, she almost looked like Tui Trang.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So I think she would be great for that. And no question, the voice cast from Justice League and Justice League Unlimited would be perfect. Like Kevin Conroy, George Newbern, Susan Eisenberg, Phil Lamar.
Oh yeah, Phil Lamar, he's always good.
Oh yeah. And the original actor who played Cyborg in the original Teen Titans, he would be great to play Cyborg in that anime film. And also Michael Rosenbaum, he should come back to do the Flash in that anime adaptation of the comic. And here's interesting. The Flash, that's not the only DC role that Michael Rosenbaum played. He was also Lex Luthor in Smallville.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bro, I hate to tell you this. My phone is not connected to the internet. I don't like having the internet on my phone. Too risky. Way too risky.
Yeah, it is risky.
And even if I did, I certainly don't have my channel. StreamYard kicked him off. What the heck is going on here? Here, I'm gonna try chat with the people behind this. I'm gonna see if I can figure out what the hell. Let's see. Give me 1 second here.
Man, things not right. And one thing that I find it quite hard for my casting of the crossover of the comic is that who should voice Lord Zed, because no one, well, at first I thought it would be very hard to find who would be perfect to be Lord Zed in that anime crossover, because Robert Axelrod made he was great as Lord Zed. And
that's true.
Well, but until after I saw that Dino Fury episode, the Halloween episode, I finally found a perfect guy to play Lord Zed. Is this guy from that episode? And he was so Benjix in Power Rangers RPM and Beast Morphers.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, the only explanation I got from StreamYard is that maybe your connection's a little bad, bro. That's what they give me. I don't know. That's really weird that it.
For DHR.
Yeah, and we haven't heard anything from him in a while. I wonder if he left or something.
Don't know either.
Yeah. I hope he didn't, but I don't know. Well, might as well just keep the ball rolling, as it were. So, let's see. Let me think. There was something else I wanted to discuss. Oh, Jonathan, have you ever seen Super Sentai? Any of them at all?
Well, I've only seen a few stock footage, and also I did saw the Triple Dino team up movie in order to get ready for the Dino team up episode of Beast Morphers.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting something here. Sorry. Let's see, bro. I got you, but so far nothing. But here, DHR. Here he comes.
What's going on, y'all?
There. Finally, we got you. How you doing?
What up?
Yeah, doing all right. I believe you, bro. Scott, I believe you, bro. He's saying the StreamYard's lying. There's nothing wrong with this.
I was trying to figure out how to set up my avatar, but I was having issues with it, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna come in with it anyway. So I'll probably figure out the next time I do something with it.
Yeah, that's a thought. Cool. Well, anyway, let's see. Okay, so Jonathan, you're somewhat familiar with Super Sentai, but you only seen clips. DHR, have you seen Super Sentai?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I like Sentai. Well, I watched Sentai. My favorite ones from like Jetman, Die Ranger, Kaku Ranger. I'm not really feeling the recent ones because they just felt too childish and it ain't like the old ones though. Because the original ones, like the original Sentais from like the 80s and 90s,
Oh
they
yeah, yeah.
felt serious with a lot of depth, deep plot. But I feel like the ones you have now, I can't take it seriously anymore. It's like a parody of itself.
That's true. That is true. I'm familiar with Sentai to some degree, and I'm not going to lie, they do have their good points. Like, obviously with Saban, he took more of a kid-friendly approach, whereas for Super Sentai, they took a more, well, I would say a more adult approach to some degree, because
Yeah,
like my bro was saying, a lot of the Rangers have actually died in Super Sentai, especially, most notably, the Dragon Ranger, who we would know here better as the Green Ranger.
yeah,
Yeah.
But I think the only time that anyone died in our side of the fence anyway would be the Pink Ranger from Lost Galaxy.
yeah. Because her actress at the time was dealing with leukemia.
Oh, that's right. I
So
forgot about that.
Are
Yeah.
two Rangers
yeah,
that one and a half, I would say, because
That's too bad.
not only the Lost Galaxy Ranger kicked off because of the leukemia that she has to fight with, so that's why the actress has to leave the show. And also, in the beginning of Time Force, Alex, we thought that he died by
Yeah.
Ramstick.
oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
until here in the streets that either he did die or did he?
Yeah. Of course, here's a riddle for y'all. I mean, obviously, with you, Jonathan, this question probably won't really matter much, but just for everybody else out there, for the sake of argument, which do you think is more superior, Super Sentai or Power Rangers when it comes to their stuff? Their stories or whatever.
Well, I'm not too familiar with Super Sentai due to what I mentioned, that I've only seen a few, including the Dino Triple Team Up movie. I'm
Yeah.
mostly gonna say Power Rangers.
I'm kind of mixed on this as well between Power Rangers and Sentai. I think I'm gonna go with Sentai this one because it's the most successful in the franchise because it had multiple movies. Plus, it stayed doing the same format. But with Power Rangers, I feel like ever since Nickelodeon brought the franchise, it got worse. Starting with Samurai with this bad acting, especially the Blue Rangers part. It just felt like preschoolish when it comes to the acting, and the action was not good. Talking while fighting, and I wasn't feeling it. It was hard for me to watch these shows when it was out at the time. But when Ninja Steel came out, I just stopped watching it altogether because I feel like when it comes to the Neo Saban era, they were really trying to be like Mighty Morphin 2.0 instead of being
Yeah.
its original thing and its original storyline with its original flavor. And I feel like that's what today's Power Rangers lack the most. It's originality. You don't
That's
always
true.
have to rely on Mighty Morphin so much. Like I get it, nostalgia sells. But when it comes to different Power Rangers, you need to add your own flavor
That
in
is
terms
very
of
true.
writing goals. You know what I'm saying?
That is very true. And, a lot of shows have tanked because of that sort of thing. Let's not forget when, I hate to get off track here, but it's the best example I got. Let's not forget when Friends ended and Joey got his own series. It started off okay because it was starting to be its own thing, but then they just fell back into the cliche old story that he's a failure in his career.
All right.
And that's
man,
what killed it.
I did not know that.
Yeah, that's what killed it too.
And to let you know, DHR, the way I see it in comparison of Samurai, I say that both Megaforce and Super Megaforce is way more like trying to be like Mighty Morphin for some reason.
Oh, I cannot forget about that.
Yeah, they were definitely trying to be, a throwback to that. I mean, they even brought back Ernie, sort of.
What a joke.
Yeah, that
Only
was. But
mentioned
not
it,
half
and
as a joke.
one
But not
time,
half as. Oh, you
and
go
only
first.
one time that Gosei mentioned Zordon, and the rest of the series, they did not mention him at all.
I know. That was BS. That really was. Because, I mean, come on. It's Zordon, for crying out loud.
That was one of the worst. Here's the thing. When I first started watching Megaforce, I was really a fan of it at the time because it kind of reminded me of Mighty Morphin, and I'll admit that. There are some things I like about Megaforce was the unwanted fights in season 1. But a few characters that I like were Noah. I felt like he was the only Ranger that I took seriously because he reminded me of Billy in mix of season 1 when he became a coward, being scared of fighting a foot soldier. Then in later seasons, he became confident in fighting on his own battle. That's what Noah is. It's like a mix of versions of Billy. But the rest of the show in this season was trash. Andrew Gray, I know it's not his fault of acting terrible, but I feel like they pretty much disrespected Troy's character. I don't know nothing about the cat. All I know is that he's just a ranger from out of nowhere. He had a dream about that so-called Legends War.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And a wannabe Jason, which is he's not. And Emma, she sucked. Gia, I don't know. I'm mixed on it because she didn't really have any development.
Emma trying to be like a flop Kimberly, and that's that.
Yeah, that's true.
I just don't get Megaforce though.
Yeah, Megaforce.
Yeah, she's a good Ranger because she's a lot better after when the series ended in that short film from the YouTube channel Dad and the Son. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Amy Jo Johnson. Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Oh, get this. I don't know if you noticed, but her and her boyfriend are writing a comic book based on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers of where they are now.
Yeah, my bro told me about that. That's awesome.
I mean, I did a video on it the other day, and I was happy for her though. Not only that she's doing a comic, but she's also directing a few episodes of Superman and Lois season 2. I'm like, Amy is doing it. She is doing it.
She has really done so well for herself after she left the show because, a lot of people have done one thing or another. And don't get me wrong, a lot of them have done great. I mean, look at Johnny Young Bosch, who played Adam. He is a legendary voice actor for anime now since he left. And, of course, Jason David Frank, well, he's done quite a few things, but let's get real. He's always been, Tommy Oliver, the Green Ranger, / White Ranger / Red Ranger / Black Ranger. And he falls on that. But, he's got all those dojos and all that going on. And he's got a great thing going. But,
but you also forget that he also competed in MMA one time.
Oh,
he bulked up.
That's true.
Does with Superman and Lois now that she's going to be part of the DC Comics family. And as I mentioned also in the beginning of the stream, that I would love to see Amy Jo Johnson not just directing, but also starring in a team-up episode of Superman and Lois where we get to see Superman teaming up with the original Power Rangers together.
Oh, that would be tight.
Yeah. Oh, come to think of it, DHR, since I got you here right now, because earlier we weren't able to ask you this question. I'm sure you're familiar with the comics like Shattered Grid and the Ninja Turtles team up.
I'm familiar with it.
Oh yeah, I figured you would be. Which ones would you want to see brought to life on the big screen in some way or another?
Oh, I would love to see. There are 3 kinds of characters. 3 characters.
I know, right?
Aside from Lord Draken, I would love to see the Ranger Slayer and
I was thinking the same thing too.
Totally.
Yeah, because Ranger Slayer is like one of my favorite characters in the comics.
Yeah, she really has.
They did her some justice.
They did, actually. They did. I tell you, I would love to see the Ninja Turtles one come to life. That
man, that's too.
Love to see that.
I mean, just think about it. Lord Zed and Rita and the Shredder And of course, who can forget when the Shredder becomes Green Ranger?
That was the best part about that comic book, man. When I saw that on YouTube, I was like, oh.
I know.
And then they made a Lightning Clash figure of it, and he looked better in that as well. I'm like,
I know. That one just blew my mind when I saw that image. Oh my god. I was like, oh man. I mean, he's lethal without the power coin. Can you imagine how lethal he is with it?
I don't know. Like, I'm having a tough choice of what I want to draw them. Like, because I'm an artist myself. I love drawing characters, but I wouldn't mind drawing Shredder as Green Ranger. But I think Ranger Slayer is the interesting character. I might draw her in the future. It depends on when it's my mood, though.
Right.
So
right. I know the feeling.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know the feeling. That's how I make my videos. I gotta feel it in order to do it. Believe it or not.
Yeah, but I think for me, I would have loved to see, the Rangers crossover with TMNT. They did good in the comic, but how are they going to look live action?
Live action?
They got to be on Netflix, though.
Yeah.
It could be like a 5 multi-parter. Bro,
like they
I would have been sold.
Counterpart from Jim Henson Creature Shop. They should do that. And get this, DHR, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the form of Power Rangers, they're going to come to the new wave of the Power Rangers Lightning Collection. With April O'Neil as the Big
I
Ranger,
cannot wait to see that.
And Tommy as the Foot Soldier, and the Shredder as the Green Ranger.
Oh, that.
But the thing is, the Lightning Clash figures, they're already out.
Yep.
Maybe,
I figured they would be by now.
Yeah, them, April O'Neil as a Pink Ranger, the Turtle Ranger are out. Like, all of the Lightning Clash figures from the comics, they're already out in stores, though.
You know what I can? Oh,
again,
can y'all hear me now?
Oh yeah, a lot better.
Hey!
Doing better, man.
That app really helped, though. Yo, what's up, y'all? I'm sorry, y'all.
How you doing, man?
Said that
I think up like, dude, that my heaven was actually crazy, though. Like,
animated form. Just like they did with the Batman and TMNT crossover, they should do that in animated form. So, Jordan, I agree with you.
Speaking of Batman versus Ninja Turtles, I love that movie. I thought the chemistry between the Turtles and Batman were really entertaining to watch, and just like the comics, the animated movie did better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
and plus the action was just so smooth to watch.
The animated movie is awesome. I've seen the clips until it's already awesome, and the part of every criminal of Arkham, they turn into mutated animals. It's so incredible. Like Joker is a cobra snake, Two-Face is a two-headed cat, Mr. Freeze is a polar bear, Poison Ivy as well a plant, and Harley Quinn as a hyena.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I like Bane better when he was in that form of a cheetah instead of an elephant.
I thought he was more like a jaguar.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because wasn't he from South America originally?
Yeah, he was from South America.
Yeah.
Wait, what who's talking
about? Bane.
Okay.
Yeah, wasn't he from South America originally, story-wise?
I think he was from South America. Yeah, he was in South America where they turned him into that Bane that we all know today. And I love the part where Bane said, do you know about me, little turtle? I'm the man who broke the bat.
Oh, that was great. And I do
Batman's back.
Yeah, and I just love when they say those moments that, well, like when Mikey says, I'm sorry, but this isn't my thing. You're the one who's good with machines. I'm the party dude.
Oh, my God.
That just cracked me up.
Oh, I mean, what I love about this movie is the reference. Not just to the original animated series, but also to the 90s film, like the Shredder's entrance, as well as the movie poster art.
Oh, yeah. And check this out, though.
And
Yeah.
I laugh at the part where Alfred offered the turtles some napkins, and the turtles said, "What for?"
Oh boy,
That was
movie
a
2.
reference to the Secret of the Ooze.
Oh, that's cool though.
Very funny reference.
Yeah, I gotta make a review on that one these days.
Yeah, and what
Oh,
movie is that anyway?
I'm sorry?
I said, what movie is that anyway?
Oh, that
Batman
would
and
be Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, wow. Oh, okay. I did not know that though. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's an animated movie, and it's great. In fact, it's like what to my friend
Yeah, I gotta
Jordan.
rewatch that movie though.
You should. You can actually find clips on YouTube, but to watch the whole movie, that is
Um,
definitely the part you got to watch. Definitely, it
Yeah.
was perfect.
I think I got the Fire Stick. I mean, I have the Fire Stick, so it should be on there though.
I wouldn't doubt that. And my friend Jordan, he was right about that. If they do it in a cartoon animation form or even a CGI form, would work for half of these, fan films, fan fictions, and especially for maybe the Shattered Grid series, and especially the Power Rangers team up with the Ninja Turtles. Because to do it in live action, I don't see that working once again.
Yeah.
Because the problem is, this is just me talking, since we're talking about the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers teaming up
The
with the
goats.
Ninja Turtles.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
it would be.
because Too Strang is
I've
no
seen this.
longer.
Yeah,
Longer,
I've seen the
I
motion
think
comic of the crossover between them, and it kind of had me thinking maybe they should do an animation route of the TMNT X Power Rangers and have the original actors reprising their roles as Rangers and
yeah,
have it based on the
right.
plot from the comics. That would have been dope. And
Yeah.
plus, if you could bring back the original actors from the 1987 Ninja Turtles series and have somebody do the Shredder, but don't might do the Shredder like the guy who played Uncle Phil. Rest in peace to him.
Oh, James Avery.
Yeah, James Abrams. Yeah. Can anybody do it like him? You can have somebody that sounds familiar as Shredder to voice him in the animated movie based on the comics, and bring out Barbara Goodson as Rita Repulsa. I'm telling you, if you bring back the entire cast from Mighty Morphin and the 1987 Ninja Turtles cartoon to reprise their roles for this animated show that we're talking about, like they're just like nothing real, but they're just us like imagining it to be real. That would have been dope. I would have loved to watch it myself.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
I have not seen the 80s version. I have not seen the 80s animated series. I did see a few episodes of the 2012 counterpart, and I think it's a lot better. And also, I did saw a few clips of the team up crossover with the 1980s counterpart from 2012. I think it would be great to see the 2012 Ninja Turtles and the Power Rangers come together.
Oh, that would have been cool though. I would have loved to see that myself.
That would be cool. I mean, heck, they had the 1980s Ninja Turtles make several appearances on the 2012 Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And Michael Richardson, he did absolutely spot on from the 80s version.
Yep. Sure did.
Yeah, he did. He did a great job.
Let's see, my friend Jordan said, if they take the time like today on the comics, it would be very good. That's true.
I agree with them. I agree with them.
Come to think of it, DHR, I'm sure you've seen the new Lord Zed.
Oh, bruh. I did a reaction and a review of it as well. That's really one of the best episodes of Dino Fury. I feel like Dino Fury's Lord Zed is better than the one in the 90s because the only time Lord Zed ever did something was with the White Ranger and the multi-parter, when Kimberly was losing her powers.
Yeah, I remember.
He didn't really do anything physically, but in Dino Fury, he actually fought the Rangers this time physically, and you actually get to do a lot, unlike the 95 version,
That is so true. That's what I loved about it, because obviously this new costume was more mobile, and obviously Hasbro was not afraid to use it, unlike Saban.
Yeah. And speaking of costumes, someone said that it kind of reminded me of the live tour from 1995, or the movie That's probably why the costumes and the silver parts on his chest looked a bit bulky. It wasn't like that from the show or whatever, though. But I can see why it looked different.
Oh yeah. And you know what? I did kind of pick up on that too. I kind of had a feeling that they might have taken some inspiration from the movie as well.
Yeah,
Because in the movie, he looked awesome. I wish they could have had more time with him, but he looked awesome.
And he sounded awesome too. Plus, he looked
know.
menacing. And plus, Goldar looked awesome in that movie as well.
He did. It's just so sad we couldn't get much with him.
I know.
You know?
Didn't want to do anything with the Rangers though.
Don't worry, movie fan. I've heard rumors that Lord Zed will be the main villain of season 2 because you remember what happened, that he said that once he returned, when he get his staff back.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, totally. I remember that very well. Because
even
I'm
when
open.
The first appearance, one of the Morphin Masters mentioned Lord Zed.
Yeah, when he was talking to Aeon about it.
That's right. You know,
no, she was talking to Aeon. My bad.
Yeah, you got either way. It's all good, man.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you this: I do wish, at least with this one, what am I trying to say? I wish Hasbro, when they do these flashback things, I wish they would put some more effort into using the original audio. Now, granted, with Lord Zed, I get it. They were trying to go with their current actor because, let's get real, to have Robert Axelrod in the flashback, in the footage there, and all of a sudden to have the new voice, it would be very contradicting. I get that. But, it's just that, for a lot of them, it's like they're using somebody else's voice. Like, remember, I think, was it last year that they did the Goldar Maximus?
No, I don't think it was. I didn't like his voice actor though, but I think what they did was they hired the same voice actor that voices Evox and Beast Morphers, the main villain.
Yeah.
So they probably have him come back to voice Lord Zed, but made it more different and sounded familiar. But I feel like his voice acting was done right than Evox. So yeah.
Yes, thank you, Jordan. He said Hasbro owns the whole rights of Power Rangers. They should already have the old footage from previous seasons. And, this brings up to something that because I saw something on a video once about a few months back that the excuse as to why they're not using the proper audio when they do these things, they claim that allegedly because of the old footage and all that, because it was, film and not digital like it is now, that it's hard to put it on there. And to me, that is a bunch of baloney. I am sorry. That is a bunch of baloney.
Man, like y'all, a multi-billion-dollar company, you could have just used all rights from the old show and bring it on to Beast Morpher. I mean, Dino Fury.
Yeah, exactly. Or even Beast Morphers too, because of Goldar Maximus.
True.
And that's the thing. I'm sorry.
Guys, I also would love to see the Dino Fury teaming up with Beast Morphers, since that Lord Zed's staff is in the Beast Morphers universe.
Interesting. I would just love to see some of the original cast members make an appearance for Lord Zed after, because Lord Zed's back, But that's just nostalgia talking on my part. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, check this out though. I don't know if y'all noticed. I think a few days ago, JDF and David Yost were at a con, and David was talking about how he wanted to do a Mighty Morphin reunion show on Netflix, like an 8-episode series, have them face a new villain, and it's going to be some drama or whatever though. Like it's like a mix from reference from different TV shows, but it's still going to be Power Rangers, but it's going to be more adult-ish, going through adult things in life. But it's going to be where they are, I guess, 29 or 30 years later. And the way David prescribes how he was going to write the show, it really has me interested, because he said this a while back. There still ain't talks, but nothing has been confirmed or been official yet. I mean, I think he's currently working on a script or something like that, but they can't bring back 3 Train because she's, what I'm saying, she's been gone since 2001.
I know.
But what they can do is bring back Karen Ashley.
Yeah, they can. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They can. Oh yeah, totally. Of course, one thing they definitely need to do for Tui Trang is do something to honor her memory, of course.
Oh yeah.
That's definitely a requirement, no matter what.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean, didn't she have a little cousin named Sylvia in the 11th episode?
Yeah, she did have one
They could
episode.
bring
Yeah,
her back and
yeah.
have them tell Sylvia about how they were Rangers and she'll become a Ranger as well once she learns the ropes of what it is to be a Ranger, though.
That could work. That really could work.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that would work.
Oh, let's see. Unfortunately, my bro, Skystub, he's still having trouble here, so he'll probably just be in the comments. I hate to say that.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on with this thing.
Active funny,
It sucks.
though.
Yeah. But he did want me to tell you that, DHR, he wanted me to tell you that you are right on Super Sentai, what you said earlier.
Oh, appreciate it.
Yeah, always cool, man. But yeah, let's see. What else? Oh yeah, the Legend of the White Dragon. I've heard of that.
I did a reaction to that. It looks interesting.
It does.
But the only thing I don't like about it is the costume and the helmet looks a bit too big on JDF, though. I would have said they would have just made it a little bit more the same size of his head to make it a little bit more room for him to breathe and move around. But the rest of the costume looks really good. But as far as the helmet goes, it looks kind of too big, though.
Yeah, it does. It is cool that Johnny Young Bosch is there.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's been a long time since those two worked together.
Yeah, him and Jason Font, and but the strangest thing about this movie is King Bash of all people are going to be in it. Like I don't know, something about this film is not going to. It's going to feel funny to me having King Bash there. Like I know he's supposed to be comic relief because he's from social media and stuff, but what does he bring to the table?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Whoa, wait a minute! I just heard from your channel that Amy Jo is also going to make a new comic from Boom Studios.
Yeah, it's what I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, must have missed that.
It's all good.
Right. My bro said Johnny Young Bosch is great. Yeah, no doubt about that.
He really in the animation world, he is though. He the GOAT.
Yeah, he is. And you know what? It's funny. Let's change gears a little. We kind of been getting into a rut here. Let me see here. Let's see. We have we talked about the new Lord Zed, which we definitely want to see more of. We brought up how Hasbro is that excuse is lame. I'm sorry. That they can't get a hold of the audio. Excuse me? I got DVDs from season 1. You can get the audio. It doesn't. That is such a cheap excuse. That really is.
Oh my god!
Now,
like you know how these corporate companies will come up with any excuse.
I know
they have every right to use any footage or audio from past seasons to tell a plot or a different story from different Rangers, etc. And what really threw me off is when they showed the scene when Andros killed Zunon in Countdown to Destruction Part 2. Like, who? I don't know who voiced over Andros, but my God,
that was pathetic.
Never again.
Yeah, that was bad. I mean, Zordon, whoever it was that tried that, I'll give him an A for effort. That's about it.
Yeah.
And as for the actor who played Lord Zed, again, nobody could fill Robert Axelrod's shoes. There's no denying that.
Facts.
So, it's just like with Samurai Jack. No one can replace Mako. So
he did a spot-on job.
He did a good job. There's no doubt about that. It's just, fact is fact. Robert Axelrod, he passed on, and we all know no one could replace him. And they weren't trying to. And we know when you hear Lord Zed back in the the flashback video there with the Dark Rangers.
Oh, geez.
I still chuckle at that. I am sorry. But yeah. With that one, I get it. They were trying not to be conflicting to the voices. I get that. At least with Goldar Maximus, they had an excuse for having a different voice, but they should have left all the other voices on that video alone. Like, they even changed Robert Axelrod's voice in that one, too, when you saw him down the White Ranger. Yeah.
I gotta bring up something too.
Oh, go ahead.
When they brought Jason back on Beast Morphers, shout out to ASJ. Um, after he morphs, it didn't really sound like Austin St. John's voice.
I know. Yeah, I caught that
Because
too.
just like early season 2, when what happened in real for real behind the scenes, when they left the
Yeah.
show because of money dispute,
Yeah.
they brought in the actors trying to sound like Jason, tried
Yeah.
to fulfill. Now they try to do the same thing in Beast Morphers. I mean, it sounds like Austin, but it's not even close to his 100% original voice. That
I
is the number
know.
one gripe I hate about this team up, though.
Yeah. And not to mention, I know Austin is a lot well, correction, he's not as young as he was when he did the series. I mean, he was like 18 when he started the series. But, you know, for some reason, when he's talking to Goldar Maximus, he sounds different. And I'm talking when he's out of costume, which I thought was kind of weird, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess because when you know what I'm saying, when you get older, your
Yeah,
voice it sounds different,
that's
but
true. Yeah, that's
especially
probably
when
it.
you're in Power Rangers, you're gonna have no choice but to bring out that younger voices version of you, which is kind of hard to do because I sometimes feel like in the entertainment industry, you're not even allowed to be yourself, especially when it comes to voice acting and stuff. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
people are
know.
gonna know who you are. You don't always have to talk like a teenager, like you're young. Like they
I
know,
know.
like you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I know. I know, and that really sucks too. That's one of the
Yeah.
reasons why I would prefer that if they, bring Shattered Grid series or the Ranger Slayer series or, of course, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles crossover series to life, they should do it in animation form. It'd be a lot easier for everybody to pull this stuff off, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did a video the other day. No, I think it was a couple of days ago, or weeks ago, when I on the fan casting of the upcoming Netflix Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie, and I did a fan casting of the original 5. I couldn't find the one for Kimberly, but I did found 4. A few other actors that are known from a Nickelodeon show. I did fan cast Tom Holland as Billy.
Oh,
Now,
right.
Tom Holland as Billy would be interesting because him as Peter Parker, he wears these nerdy clothes, the
Mhm.
glasses. If he would have, wet his hair a little bit, make him look like Peter Parker from Ultimate Spider-Man when it comes to the hairstyle, and have
Mhm.
him wear the Billy outfit from the pilot episode.
Hmm.
Can you imagine if that were to be like that in the reboot slash TV show?
Ooh, I
And
like it.
the girl who the Asian actress, I forgot her name.
Hmm.
I cast her as Trini Kwan, the actress from the show called Kung Fu on CW. Yeah, I like her fighting style in that TV show, and I think she would be perfect as Trini Kwan.
She
And
does have it.
that
Yeah.
Axlo from Cobra Kai,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
yeah, I fan cast him as Jason.
Hmm. That
And
would be cool.
Black dude, it's funny because when you make videos, you forget people's names all of a sudden. But that black guy, he was from some show on Nickelodeon, and I cast him as Zach Taylor.
Hmm.
Now, I did my own fan casting of the original 5, and I
Mhm.
feel like I got it right this time, but I couldn't find the one for Kimberly. But somebody in the comment section actually mentioned her name, but I'm gonna look into it though. I'll
Yeah.
probably do like a fan casting of Kimberly Hart in the future.
Rock
But
on.
let's just say if Hasbro and E1 and them were to watch our videos, I think they're gonna take some consideration and take some notes on our videos,
I
and
would hope
maybe
so.
just like I believe it's gonna work. So
Yeah. Yeah, and I still like my idea best for the movie. And, Jordan, I'm gonna take a minute to acknowledge one thing from Jordan here. Do anybody remember that band from film in, let's see, 2013 of MMPR? Band. Hmm.
Oh yeah, I've seen that fan film, and it was all right. It was all right, but I just wish you could have done better.
well, Power Slash Rangers, is that what you're talking about?
Yep,
Oh,
yep, that's
yeah,
the
I remember
I didn't
now.
like it.
Yeah, that was disgraceful. I'm sorry. I mean,
Yeah, even
I
Daddy
give them
Jeff
credit.
commented on it as well.
I mean, I'm sorry. Super Sentai may have had its dark approach, but that was just blood being splattered all over the walls and brains getting shot out. I am sorry. I
Yeah.
cannot get that with Power Rangers. I'm sorry. Call me old-fashioned or whatever, or nostalgic. Take your pick. But I'm sorry. I cannot combine the two. And plus, them running around shooting machine guns like they're in the military? Come on. They're superheroes, not G.I. Joe.
And plus, it was all over the place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I was watching it, I didn't even know what the story was about. I couldn't understand if
No.
it was about maybe Morphin or Zeo.
Yeah, exactly. It didn't make any sense,
like,
especially
Jesus.
that Megazord battle scene, which you saw for a fraction of a second.
Oh, DHR, I just got a message from Jordan. He said that, do you have a fan casting for Tommy? And
No, not yet though. But I'm gonna look at. Oh, you know what? That
one
kid
in mind.
From Cobra Kai. He's now with the I forgot his name. The one with the curly hair.
Oh,
the evil sensei. The evil sensei.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but he was with Danny's class at one point, but he switched over to he turned heel actually and joined the evil side. So I think I would probably cast him as Tommy.
Yeah.
Because if you think about it, it makes sense. And plus, he's very athletic too. So I was like, okay. If I was the director, I would cast him as Tommy, hands down.
Well, for me, I would say a YouTuber by the name of Omar Zaki. I believe he would be a great either Jason or Tommy, because you should see his YouTube channel. He even has some Power Ranger videos when he was the Red Ranger.
Wait, who is he again?
Omar Zaki.
Omar Zaki. Okay. Send me the links. Yeah, I want to write it down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so I can remember what his name is.
Let's see. But let's see. What were we talking about a little bit before we shifted to the 2013 one?
Yeah, we was currently talking about the god awful 2013 movie.
Yeah, there was something I was going to say beforehand, but I forgot what it was because we ended up going to that. Oh, no, my bro Sky stuff. No, we're not talking about Super Sentai. Super Sentai is good. We were talking about Power Dash Rangers, that 2013 fan film, if you want to call it that, because it was really made by that guy who looked like Alice Cooper. Yeah, I saw an interview. He had the makeup like Alice Cooper, for crying out loud.
Oh, man.
Yeah. There was one thing about that I actually kind of liked, and I agree. It was all over the place. There was too much brains being splattered over the wall, and I'm sorry, but that was supposed to be Kimberly, but it was really Rita in disguise. That looked more like Cat.
Cat on drugs. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm trying to figure out the one with the mechanical leg. Was that supposed to be Rocky or Jason? They don't say.
I think it was Rocky.
That's what I'm thinking too. I don't know why.
I don't know how they brought in an A-list actor to play on a trash Power Rangers fan film that has nothing to do with Power Rangers. But I tell you, the better one is Zonon of Altar.
Oh yeah, I love
that fan film a lot when I saw it in 2015. And the actress that played the young Rita, bro, she looked scary, especially her eyes. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, and I actually had quite a few conversations with the creator of that, and he was a pretty cool guy. Yeah, I actually did talk to him quite a bit before he changed his persona. Because he got off of the Power Rangers kick and went on to his other writing that he was doing, and that was pretty cool.
Oh man, just imagine if the showbiz were to bring him on board. I think he would have written some good episodes of Power Rangers, though.
Yeah, and he had a great setup for the follow-up to Teenagers with Attitude. He was going to have 2 Green Rangers, Tommy and a sister.
What?
He was. I saw the commercial for that, and it was awesome. it looked like it was such a total setup for that. But unfortunately, he ran out of funding, and he had to stop.
Dang, man, like that got scrapped it right away. I mean, I would have loved to see that.
I know.
And now
I'll
you
see if
think
I can
about it, it
find that.
started to make more sense than the TV show.
I know, and I'll try to
Because
find that
when
link
Tommy
for
was
you.
introduced, we don't know nothing about him other than he was introduced in the martial arts tournament. Then he got cast in the spell from Rita Repulsa, got the spell broken in part 5, and that was basically it. We don't really know anything about the character, his backgrounds,
That's
you
true.
know. But I think if the first Power Rangers movie by Netflix, the main movie Power Rangers, is good and is successful, they should do a sequel and bring in Tommy the Grey Ranger and have him have a backstory. Because in the show he was always a loner, always hanging on the part with the kids and everything. But yeah, come on, like yeah.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I just remember what I was going to say before we got on the Power Dash Rangers kick. My thought to Hasbro when they do their reboot movie, and this time I can actually use the term reboot because that's exactly what they're doing compared to the 2017 film. I mean, I don't know about you. I don't know about you, man. But to me, the 2017 film is not exactly a reboot. It's more like it's a movie based off a TV series, because don't forget, in the 1995 movie, Power Rangers was underway and they were just piggybacking off of the series. They did not start anew on the movie. So that's why I regard it as not really a reboot, just based off of the series. Now, this one, on the other hand, anyway, yeah, this one is definitely a reboot.
Check this out, though. When I was I covered this story last week when an article about Walter Jones and Johnny R. Bosch was at a con, and they mentioned something about the 2017 movie and what they didn't like about the movie. First, Walter Jones was talking about the lack of hip hop keto and
DHR.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, but I do have a brilliant idea of who would be a perfect Tommy in the reboot.
Go for it.
Dante Bosco.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm interested in it.
Oh yeah, Rufio, Zuko himself. Rufio and Zuko himself would be perfect as a Power Ranger. Tommy, the Green Ranger.
Oh yeah, I mean, after that, you know what I'm saying? After the movie, the 2017 movie was successful, there were plans of bringing in Tommy for the sequel, but nothing came about. But
yeah, that did not happen.
Nah, because the film just bombed. It failed to make its way in the box office.
And not only that, it was also canceled because the Green Ranger was supposed to be a girl.
That did have a lot to do with it.
Yeah, it's like they want to, gender roles for no reason. No, I mean, it doesn't make any sense. That's what sparked the controversy in the first place. I was against it, to be honest with you, because it's kind of disrespectful to Tommy.
Yeah, it is.
Then again, the original actors, I'm sure they wouldn't mind, anybody playing the characters, but to me, I just wouldn't have it.
I wasn't having it either because they tried to cram that down our throats. And one of the things was the cast in that, they were the ones trying to insist on that. And I am sorry, but fact is fact, people. You guys just finally made a movie for the first time in your lives, at least to my opinion, you did. You had no right to demand anything from anybody. You didn't. Now,
especially Rudy Lynn, because I already knew how woke he was.
Yeah, exactly. Now, if you were, let's say, doing this 30 years down the road, okay, then sure. If you earned enough respect, then okay, maybe you do have the right to demand it. But I'm sorry. This is your first film. You had no right to make that kind of a demand. You didn't. And that's the truth. And
I was gonna get back to what I'm saying about what Walter and Johnny was saying at the con. They also mentioned something about the character Kimberly in the 2017 movie and how she was terrible, and I agree with that because one, they just picked these teenagers and gone from being jerks and douchebags all of a sudden getting powers of becoming superheroes. Like that's not how they were in the TV show.
No, they weren't.
But I got to
That's
give
the
them
truth.
credit though. They did have attitude in the 2017 film, unlike the show. But
That's true.
after that, man, it's nothing about the 2017 movie made much sense. They spent
No.
too much time towards the third act morphing instead of like pointing their morphers in the screen like the show.
Mhm.
They just stepped on the stupid footprints and morph.
I
And the
know.
fight scenes with the putties only lasted a few seconds.
I know.
I'm like,
That was
everything
bad.
about the third act just felt rushed.
Yeah, it was, and there's no denying it. And you know,
Yeah.
one of the biggest complaints, one of the biggest issues I've always had was the Zords. It's not
Oh
so
my
much
god.
the it's not so much
I think that
the pterodactyl or the saber-tooth tiger. They were great. T-Rex was okay, but why the machine gun arms? But that mastodon, oh my god, I hate
More like
that
a spider.
thing. More like, yeah, like a bug with tusks. That's what I keep saying. That's what it looks like. A bug with tusks. I hate
Yeah.
that thing. Mastodon, my eye.
Nah, for real though,
No.
man. Even Johnny Bosch mentioned the same thing. Like we were all thinking about the 2017 film, the costumes and the Zords. He mentioned something about the 1995 version of how you can tell which one it represents.
Yeah.
Especially the helmets represents the dinosaurs.
Yeah, exactly.
But the
That was-
2017 movie, you couldn't recognize Jack.
No, you couldn't. Other than color scheme, that's it.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And
that's
he also
true.
mentioned something about the Zords. You know what I'm saying? But I have to give it one thing. The Zords in the 1995 film was garbage. It did not match the lighting in the dark. You know, but the
Mhm.
2017 Zords, at least it looked real when it comes to the CGI. It has this Michael Bay kind of flavor to it, but it looked
Yeah.
real. Unlike the 95 movie.
Well, I
But
can't deny
the
that.
biggest thing I
Michael
still
Bay.
have issues with the Zords, especially the T-Rex. When you're fighting Godar, please, for the love of God, make him the same size as Godar. The T-Rex for Godar and regular monsters and the Sentai and the Mighty Morphin TV show. I don't know what is taking Hollywood so long to get those robots the same size as Godar instead of making them the small size. I'm like,
Yeah. And
I
what's with
mentioned
all
all
this
of this
relying
in
on
the video
machine
as well.
guns? That's another thing. Why are they relying on machine guns in all their Zords? I mean, when did that become a thing?
Well, yeah. I mean, it makes sense for the Tricerazord and the
Pterodactyl,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah,
But-
and the Tigerzord and the Mastodon. The Mastodon only had like an ice breath, but the
Yeah.
T-Rex he didn't really have any machine gun things
Yeah.
in the system except for the laser eyes in the Japanese version.
Yeah, and come to think of it, didn't he have a like a blaster in his mouth that he created like
The
a
Sonic Wave, yeah.
That's it. Thank you. It's been a long time. They only use that like I think once or twice in our side. So yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah. And you know what? Come to think of it, we should be grateful that the second movie never happened because there was a concept. I don't know if they were really going to do this or not, but there was a toy design supposedly. I cannot confirm if this was for real or if somebody made it up. A toy design for how the Dragonzord was going to look. It was bad. You would not believe it.
I think I remember that, but I don't think I seen it somewhere though.
Well,
unless I Google it though, I'll probably figure what you're talking about.
Yeah, type down Dragonzord 2017. That's giving me something here. And if you look at the toy, yeah, you'll see a picture of the toy that was from the 2017 film, and above it, instead of T-Rex, you'll see what they were apparently going to go with for the Dragonzord.
Oh, I can only hope for the worst.
Yeah.
But if you go to Instagram, there's this Instagram page where they do like sculptures. It's reminiscent from the 2017 movie when it comes to the costumes, and I think the helmets, they got the helmets right. I just wish they looked like that in live action in the 2017 movie.
I've seen that one, and you're right.
Yeah.
They should have.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Sky Stub, he said Bryan Cranston did excellent as Zordon, and Hasbro should study further on all Power Ranger series. Yeah, that is so true. That is definitely true.
And what do you think of my idea of hiring Dante Bosco as Tommy?
Say it again.
I was asking about what are your thoughts about my idea of casting Dante Bosco, of what if Dante Bosco is the new Green Ranger?
Bosco.
Here, I found a link. This might help. Not
It's all
for
good.
that,
I'm writing his name down.
One.
Yeah, I'm gonna look him up though. Once we finish the stream though, but this is interesting though.
Yeah. Yeah, I found a picture, or at least what they supposedly was going to be for that green dragon sword. I just put it in there. I don't know if it'll work though. I never tried it like that before. So, but
you ever try sharing the screen?
I'm sorry. Oh,
I
why did I look at that? Yeah.
Yeah, because like StreamYard, you can share the screen and you can just go to Google it and see if you find it.
Yeah, let's see. Okay.
Yeah, it should work.
Let's see. Video file. Share screen. Here we go. With at least 2 monitors. Okay, hopefully this works. I've never tried this before, so I can't promise much. Window. Yeah, sure. Okay. All right, here we go. Good. Seems to be working. Okay, I'm going to look that up right now. Yeah, cool. That's what they were going for.
Oh, God, no.
I know. And if you think that's bad, wait till you see what it's supposed to look like when it's attached to the Megazord.
Oh, no.
Oh, look at me. I got a mohawk. I'm Dragon Mohawk Zord. That's what I am. Oh, my.
Bro, what in the heck?
I know. Again, I don't know if this is legit or if someone came up with this idea, but no.
Whoever did that is a genius, but it's stupid at the same time.
I know, right? I know. Exactly.
I mean, there are far more better Dragon Zord designs than that.
I know.
But
I'm going to pull that off. We don't need that now. Okay. Yeah. Oh, my God. Seriously, what were they thinking? And
yeah, I'm glad you showed me that, though. Now I know.
Yeah, I know. I wanted to throw up when I first saw that. And you know what? Getting back to the reboot again, here's one thing that they definitely need to do, and I just hope to high heaven here that they do this. Obviously, we know what we all want. We want more cameo appearances, and especially longer cameo appearances from the original cast. Obviously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But here's the thing. I still think that I'll show you that one back in a minute, bro. He wants to see that again. Okay, but I'll do that while I'm talking. But here's the thing. I have had this thought going on for well over a couple of years now, and I've even tried to find a way to get Hasbro to pay attention to this, but I don't see it happening.
Yeah, because sometimes corporate companies don't even care about our opinion. So
exactly, they don't. They very seldom have they ever cared about our thing. The only time that ever happened that I know of would be the 1995 movie, and I'll get into that in a minute. But anyway, they should have the original Rangers play the new Rangers' parents. That would be such a perfect passing of the torch. And
that would be cool, though.
Exactly.
But check this out, though. If you read the Go-Go Power Rangers comic, there's a scene where they show Billy coming home from school or some type of meeting that he was going into, and Billy's dad looks exactly like David Yost. I'm not kidding.
That's right. I forgot about that.
I'm like, whoever did that is a genius.
Yeah. And I will admit one thing, though. For the 2017 film, I don't know what it is, but the guy who played Jason's dad, he does kind of resemble what Austin St. John looked like now when he had that beard.
He does.
He did look a lot like
him.
He
sounds like him too a little bit, though.
Yeah.
I could imagine Austin St. John would have played the role.
I know. I would have preferred that. Yeah, and that's my point. If they have the original Rangers play the new Rangers' parents, again, like I was trying to say, that would be a perfect symbolic passing of the torch. And
One
this
can
will
only
never
hope.
happen again. Because usually
One can
when you
only
get
hope.
people, yeah, and that's the point. And let's get real. When you got TV shows that become movies and they're based off of TV shows, usually they'll try to make a cameo appearance for anyone who's around. Like, let's not forget
Yeah.
the A-Team. For some reason, Mr. T never made an appearance, and people were mad about that because everyone was expecting him to show up. And, even the Starsky and Hutch movie, as crappy as it was, at least the original Starsky and Hutch did make an appearance. And that's a key thing. And come to think of it, the new Ghostbusters movie, guess who made the appearance? But here's the thing. Here you have a golden opportunity to do something that has never been done before. You have the cast that is technically young enough to do more than than how it usually goes. Because usually when you get something like this going on, usually the original cast, they're about like in their 70s or 80s or
in the 50s, because most of them are in the 50s.
yeah, or
Because I
dead.
think Austin St.
True.
John is in his mid 40s,
Yeah,
but
he
Walter, David, and Amy are in their 50s, and
Yeah, they
JDF
are.
is in his mid 40s. So I think JDF and Austin were young when they started in the show.
They were.
The
Yeah.
rest of the cast were in their 20s.
Yeah, it's true. That's true. The oldest one was David, no doubt about that.
Yeah, true that.
But, and yeah, that's true. 50s, yes. But in this case, usually for many times on, TV shows of the past that became movies, usually they're, that if they have a cameo appearance from the original actors, they're usually pretty darn old or dead. When it's that, then there's nothing you could do. But,
Yeah.
at the same time, it's just, you could, I mean, this is like I said, this is a golden opportunity, and Saban blew it when he did not try to do this. And Hasbro has a chance to make up for that. I mean, not just because they're starting from scratch again, but because they can do this. And this has never happened before, where someone could start over on this, and it will let's get real, it'll never happen again. So I hope.
Oh yeah. Someone asked. Someone said Devio is playing a villain on a Power Rangers fan film or a fan TV series. So I've seen clips of that towards the end. His laugh sounds just like the Joker's laugh.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, imagine Billy turning into a Joker.
Ooh, wow, yeah.
Woo, man.
Or maybe a Shredder turning into a Joker. That's what happened at the end.
I was amazed about that laugh.
I know. Now here's the question: what's he going to be called? The Shredoker, the Joke Shredder, or the Shredder who laughs?
Who, Billy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just thinking at the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Batman part one.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Power Man film.
I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. I'm sorry. But I got off track there. But yeah, I did catch that. That was pretty cool.
Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. The Shredder who laughed.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, that's a nice title. I like that.
It's got a nice sound to it.
Yeah. But you know what though? I think for me, if Hasbro were okay, so here's the thing. We know they're rebooting Mighty Morphin Power Rangers on Netflix.
Right.
They should make a reboot movie based on the Go-Go Power Rangers comic.
That would
because the Go-Go Power Rangers comic is focuses on the original 5, way before Tommy came into the picture.
Right.
And I prefer that. I prefer it will be in animated form. And here's my idea that I would love to see in animated that they do in live action. And they should do that in the comics first. What if during Power Rangers Dino Thunder, Kimberly comes back not just as the Pink Ranger, but also Tommy and Kim get married on Christmas Day.
Wow. That's a bit interesting, but I like where this is going.
Yeah, because they're a great couple, and we need more of their relationship instead of Kimberly leaving leaving, and then Cat came in, and they they had the relationship together.
Oh no, but here's the thing though. That god awful Turbo Power Rangers movie. Towards the certain critics, Jason and Kimberly were hugging each other. You
Yeah,
would
I
have think that
know.
they're actually a couple. But
Yeah, and
if,
the end of
but I remember though, in Zio, um, shoot, did I leave?
Jason and
No.
Kim just talk. They did not do anything else. They did not become a couple.
Oh, I remember in Zio, Jason got himself a girlfriend right at the very end, and he left with her.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
So I don't know
Yeah,
what made them want to bring
I
back
don't
yeah.
know.
Austin and Austin and Amy together though. Like that was a complete waste of time and disrespectful towards their character. You
It
could have
was.
brought back Jason as the Red Ranger.
Yeah,
That
that
would
would
have
be
made
cool.
sense instead of having them drowning in a scene. Like that was the stupidest scene in that
No.
movie. I
Yeah, and
hated it.
again, yeah, and I'm going to quote the nostalgia critic on this one when he reviewed this movie. Why are they
Yeah,
coming back in scuba gear? Why are they doing that? That makes no sense at all.
I mean, they could have been out.
I mean, yeah. Why are they swimming to Angel Grove? Let's
Yeah, that I find it ridiculous.
that and pretty much everything about that was ridiculous. I mean, heck, why are they sailing into the Bermuda Triangle on a ship from the 1800s? Why does Zordon have the turbo power and apparently never used it and never gave it to him in the first place? What the? Yet before Zeo and all that. I mean, really? Are you having trouble,
All right,
DHR?
DHR.
I think he's having audio trouble.
Uh,
Oh,
y'all hear me?
yeah, I hear you now.
Yeah. I was messing with my phone for a minute though, but I do hear what y'all was talking
Oh,
about. But yeah, man. I still think that was one of the worst things you could do is bring back those characters for no reason. They had nothing to do with this movie at all.
no,
The
they
plus
didn't.
plus the whole Turbo movie, it made no sense.
No, it
The
didn't.
Zeo powers were way stronger and giving them more energy. You just replaced it with Turbo.
Yeah, I know.
And
And
you
that
can
makes
tell the series almost killed the Power Rangers. Plus, it's on YouTube now. Every single Power Rangers season from the Zonon era is on YouTube now.
yeah, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll still stick with my DVDs, but that's just me. But yeah,
True. I respect that.
yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, and try this. What is I'm going to ask this? What is your take on that so-called Legend War?
Oh, make it a lot more like the Hunter Killer 1440s version.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Don't even get me started on that.
You know, DHR. I don't know if I told you this. Well, no, I didn't yet. But yeah, what Jonathan said here. There's a YouTuber named Hunter Killer 1440. He re-edited it to make it more, well, let's just say like Super Sentai, only American, and he did a darn good job of it too.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I'll find the link for you.
Yeah, Gokaichi did a better job than Super Mega Force because let's just face it, SMF was a fail because of the pre-Ju team that had nothing to do with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the first place.
Nope.
They could have just transformed into Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the first episode of Super Mega Force. Focus on the Rangers that was in our time, not in Japan.
That's true.
And they failed miserably. Why do you think Jonathan Disaster was fired in the first place? Because we all know how much of a Sentai fanboy he was. That's the good reason why the season was terrible. Even Orion's actor and Ciara Hanna, they all admitted that the season was
Oh yeah.
It's bad. If you go over interviews with them, they will tell you how bad the season is. Even the finale was worse. Trust me,
Oh
the
yeah.
actors are just like us. We hate the show and the finale all together.
Oh yeah, and
Let's
make
be
it
clear here.
two-part.
Yeah, my bro
Because-
here's in the background.
Yeah, make it two-parter, and
Mm-hmm.
and by two-parter I mean one is like the Hunter Killer 1440 version. It will be take place on ground, and then on part 2, it will be absolute epic with all the Megazords come together.
I know, right? That's what made the Super Sentai one so awesome. Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
I put the link in the comments section. So
All right.
Yeah,
Cool.
you should
yeah,
check it out.
you gotta watch that one later. I stuck with the Megazord one because that was epic. Perfect.
Oh, yeah.
I love
And you know what? I think that's another thing that I had is just with Super Mega Force is that when it came to the finale, they could have just like made it to a multi-part, like you said, instead of just doing the extended version, you editing extra stuff in the finale. But the thing about it is that it's worse than the finale itself. You're still showing pre-Jew Ranger teams instead of showing Power Rangers that came in our time. That was even worse. Even right after when Orion came back, it still didn't do justice.
No, it didn't. What's that?
And
humming?
about Kimberly and I mean about Cat and Tommy in a Super Ninja Steel Special Dimensions in Danger.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you notice
that's just a couple. They're just friends.
Yeah, but why did Tommy say Jacob, his son? And then you see when Tommy and Cat were holding hands going back to the portal.
I saw that
That's
too.
the clearest sign that I think they pretty much are married at this point. Because in the comics they had a son named Jacob, and towards the end of the comic he ends up becoming the Green Ranger, mixed with the Dragon Shield, wearing the SPD Green Ranger costume with the Dragon Shield. Like he's like mixed though.
Yeah,
So it
the
kind of
Soul of
makes
the
sense.
Dragon comic.
So yeah. And now you think about it, Dimensions in Danger is pretty much based on like a little bit of a Shadow Grey comic, and sort of the dragon, especially towards
it was a prelude
the
to
beginning
it,
of the
I think.
episode. Yeah.
But either way, we'll just say I'm in denial on this, but I'm sorry. I cannot support the concept that they put forward. I know what they did, and there's no going back, but I'm sorry. To me, it will always be Tommy and Kim. There was no chemistry with Tommy and Kat. It just didn't feel right at all. It was so forced in Power Rangers Zeo. It was just sickening. I mean, at least with Tommy
Kimberly became a hoe after that. Well, when she wrote Tommy a Dear John letter. We all knew that she was for the streets. She like good old Tommy to join some alpha male in other place. I'm like, dang, girl, like you could have just stayed in LA for a while and just visit Tommy and notice the change in his costume and his colors and his clothes now that he's wearing red.
Yeah, and in another comic, they put it down that Dear John letter was really a lie. More like that. Yeah, they put it down that she just only wrote him that to kind of release him from her because obviously long distance relationships don't work and all that jazz. Plus, things changed when they, were in different locations. That was the excuse anyway in the comic. I can't remember which one that was though.
I think it's.
I don't remember that.
I think it's a comic series of Pink. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, I mean, I know it is. I just can't remember which one. And that kind of story, okay, I can kind of respect that. I mean, that's pretty big of her to try to, just release him rather than keep him on the hook. But still, to write it like that, well, boy, what is that humming sound I'm hearing? Anybody else hear that?
I ain't hear nothing.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I know Sky's Dub heard it, but well, whatever's going on this thing here. Oh well. Anyway, we'll just move on because I don't know what I could do about that. So,
Speaking of that, what's your thoughts on Dino Fury?
Hmm.
The season
What would
overall.
you like if during Power Rangers Dino Thunder, Kimberly came back and become the new Pink Ranger, and later they get married in the end?
I think that was a fan morph that they did on YouTube years ago. I remember seeing that on YouTube.
oh yeah, I think I saw that too.
It looked it off, to be honest with you, though. It didn't really match the lightning, but I see what they were going for though when he added Kira's costume, with pink, but you can still see some more yellowish, on it though. But again, I like what they did there. But if Boom Studios did that, yeah, they would have set it back in 2004 when Kimberly returned, and Tommy gave her the power of the morpher. You give it a Terrazord, but it's similar to Kimberly's, but a bit different.
Let's see.
People gave Cat the crane coin. That's it.
Yeah. Jordan asks, "What is your favorite Megazord?"
The OG one, the original, hands down.
Right. Same here. For me, I would have to go with the mighty Dragonzord in fighting mode.
Oh, trust me, I already know about your program, so it's documented.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, Jonathan?
I was saying that I cannot pick because there's so many that I like.
Yeah, there are quite a few good ones out there.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Hasbro just did a Fan First Friday on stream, and they just revealed the Lightning Collection Megazord. That thing looks sweet.
Oh,
let me tell you something. The Megazord looked so good, and they say it's based off the concept art. Concept art from the Sentai.
Nice.
Like more detail and more articulations. For the most part, it's not finished yet. It's still being worked on. They just revealed it on YouTube, so you got to check it out. And the images, what I'm saying, the price is like, I think 160 something. So I think like pay $200 for that though. But if you have the budget for it, yeah. But for me, I can't afford it. I don't think I'm planning on buying it. But I still say the Zord looks really, really good. Like, y'all got to check it out. It's all over social media.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I'll definitely do that later. And you know what? Speaking of the Lightning Collection, I don't know if anybody's heard anything, because I haven't kept too many tabs on this, but I would love to see them try to do a Lightning Collection of Ivan Ooze and the Ectomorphicons.
Oh, man. I would have loved to see my boy Ivan Ooze.
I know.
He's like one of my favorite villains, though. It's kind of a shame that they didn't bring him back in season 3.
Yeah, I know.
He would have been the main villain.
He would have been perfect.
Woo, man.
Yeah. And I gotta there is two small things I gotta give. Boy, I'm gonna kick myself for saying this. There's two small things I gotta give the Turbo movie credit for. One, it came off as like a pilot episode for the series. I give it credit for that because the 1995 movie, while it came off as more like a prelude to it, it was more like another dimension, as somebody put it, because then we started over with Ninjor. Yeah. I know. They just had to get Ninjor in on this. That's the excuse. And so, okay. And as for one other thing I got to give it Turbo movie credit for, they had a guy in a costume for the Megazord instead of CGI.
Oh, yeah, that too.
That was pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty cool.
Too. And but the only thing I didn't like about it was the fight.
Yeah, that was.
They could have just been fast paced and be more acrobatic. It just feels so like slow and generic.
Yeah, like what am I thinking? Like when Godzilla does his slow motion moves, or maybe I know. the Beastie Boys song Intergalactic Planetary, because they do like a slow motion fight thing with the giant robot and the giant squid monster. As hilarious as that was, and I still love that. I don't care what anybody says. It's just that this wasn't meant for this, you know?
That was like the perfect reference for that, though.
I know, right? Thank you again, by the way. That is awesome.
Yeah, but I feel like the 2017 did the same thing. Even though I hated the Megazord and the Zords themselves and Goddard altogether, everything about it was just so slow. Especially the Megazord fight with Goddard.
Yeah.
Just slow, like slow motion pulse. I mean, slow motion punch. And then you throw it. I'm like, come on, y'all. Like, y'all not trying.
Yeah.
I remember going into the theater with my cousin because, you know what I'm saying? Even though I'm a Power Rangers fan, I was just a fan of the costumes and the Zords themselves, even the cast. But after 12 months of having the realization and looking back at it, I realized I was stupid because the movie sucked.
Oh, hang on a minute. Sky's Dub, my bro there. Holy crap, bro, has been streaming for 2 hours. You were so right. We have.
That's all good, though, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what, you know what I'm saying? YouTube is about, though.
That's true.
We're just chilling, hanging out.
Yeah.
Talking.
Hey, like I say, us Power Rangers fans got to stick together, and we got to talk what we love to talk about.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what? There is one other thing about the 2017 film. I know a lot of people liked this. Even I actually kind of liked this. And that was the character development for the Power Rangers themselves. It was good, but the problem with that I have with that is they focused way too much on it. I mean, that was literally the whole movie there.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the character development, sure. Of course, you got to have that because in the series, we didn't really have that. But still, you know, guys, come on. There's good character development, and then there's just milking it. They were milking this for all it was worth, and it just went way overboard.
It didn't really feel like a Power Rangers movie. It just felt like a regular teen drama movie than a Power Rangers one.
Yeah, and that's
you have your character development, but at the same time, it did not feel like an actual Power Rangers movie based on the original 5. And not to mention, there was no martial arts.
No, you're right, there wasn't. It was more like street fighting.
Trash.
Yeah.
The putties with hologram.
Yeah, and
I'm sorry, but
yeah,
who came up in the right mind to make them rock putties?
Yeah, I was calling them Rockies just for laughs, you know. And let's not forget how many times they made the crack that, oh, right, I look like Iron Man.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, they kept making
so
that
many
crack.
memes out of it.
Yeah, I know. What were they thinking when they did that? I mean, everybody thought
people
that
say that it kind of reminded me of the 95. No, it didn't.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and when everybody saw the costumes before the movie came out, you know, on online and all that, everyone kept saying, "Looks like Iron Man, looks like Iron Man." And then in the movie, guess what they say? I do look like Iron Man. And will I be like Iron Man? Oh my God, no.
Iron Man meets Power Rangers. You might as well bring Power Rangers to the MCU.
Yeah,
and on the Avengers.
I know. Right?
And Tony Stark would be like, "Did y'all steal my ideas of the costumes?" They'd be like, "Yeah."
I know.
Blame Hollywood, not us.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but the concept that they have to care about each other in order to get their powers, that makes no sense.
That was a cop-out, to be honest, though.
Yeah, and not to mention, you know, like you said about the footprints, they had to do that to morph. And I'm sorry, but if they have to do that in order to morph, then why did they have the power coins?
And the morpher.
That too.
They could have used that in a movie.
I know.
And I'm sitting there thinking, you put out a product to promote the movie, and yet you don't even use them.
Yeah, exactly. And
that's a complete waste of time.
Yeah, and let's remember what happened at the beginning when Zordon buried the power coins. He said, find someone worthy. Sorry, they just accidentally stumbled upon it. And they're deemed worthy for some reason.
But I tell you what, if you watch my videos, I mentioned everything about the movie and what Walter and Johnny had to say about it, and it's all true.
Yeah.
Everything about the 2017 movie failed completely. I mean, it went nowhere. That's why it went bonkers. There were no plans for the sequels, and we all know why.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now
We
that
do know
Hasbro's
why.
in charge, I think they're going to end up doing better. And plus, you got the writer from the Titans TV show. I think if they were to do a better fight scenes, more fight scenes from Titans into Power Rangers, bro, that would have been a must watch, hands down.
Definitely. That would have been awesome. Whoa, that hum is back again.
Not mine.
Let me try something. Oh, I think it's me.
I was going to say, yeah.
Hello? Okay, yeah, it's me, all right. Here, I'm going to turn my volume down on my mic. That might be part of the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, how does that sound?
Still sound the same, though.
It's the same, huh?
Yeah.
Let me pull it back a little more. Okay, how about now?
It's all good. Yeah.
All right, I think it's about as good as it's going to get. My mic is kind of short. Let me see if I can pull it back a little more. For some reason, it's acting like this on this model. I don't know why.
Trust me, I had issues with the StreamYard all the time when I first started using it.
Yeah.
A couple of times when I was doing reactions to shows, like Darman videos, and giving my breakdowns on controlling couples, whatever, though. Every time I do a reaction, the thing keeps on buffering out of the writing feedback multiple times. They were able to fix it for me, though, but as right now, I stopped using the StreamYard and I stopped using it because it's been having too much slow down lately. Yes, I meant to get it. I just use my phone. So
yeah, I'm gonna try my backup mic. I'm gonna unplug for a minute. So, bear it with you.
It's all good. Hey, Jonathan. I mean, I gotta ask you something. Like, what are your thoughts on Dino Fury?
Oh, I've seen a few episodes of it, and it's getting good. I'm starting to become interested in watching the show, and especially after watching that Lord Zed episode.
Oh yeah, everybody's still talking about that episode. It's one of my favorites from season 1. That and episode 21, the finale. I mean, the finale of Dino Fury season 1 was so epic. Like, it focuses on Ollie's mother and how she planned on to keep that thing from Fortnite.
That Ollie is the Blue Ranger the whole time.
Yeah, I think my favorite part is when Ollie's mother is having a battle with Void Knight, and I don't. Tell me something that if this is true or not. Did Void Knight punch the mother in the face or in the chest? Because from the angle, it looked like he punched her in the face. So I was like, oh my God. When I saw that during the international airing, I did a reaction to that, and I was on the edge of my seat when I saw it. Like, oh my goodness. This show is not only getting real, but it was getting more interesting to watch it. And I kind of figured why Void Knight was doing all of that, because he wanted to bring his love back to life. But I can only imagine until if he were to tell the Rangers why he was really doing it, they would have probably think and see him as a villain. That hearing the explanation. But I have a gut feeling he's turning good, because in Real Soldier, his counterpart had a brown costume. Oh. So he might end up turning babyface. I'm not sure.
Okay, can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you.
Oh, good. That's good.
Yeah, right. Yeah. We were just talking about Dino Fury.
I know. I heard you. I was just checking the mic. That's all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just making sure it's working. So.
Yeah, everything good up. But what's your thoughts on Dino Fury season 1?
You know, I haven't seen too many episodes. I've been kind of in and out on the series ever since I got out of it with Lost Galaxy. But I have caught a few episodes, and it's actually pretty decent. I definitely
Yeah.
love the Lord Zed one, of course. But,
Yeah, I did too, though. I think that alone might be everyone's top 5 episodes of Dino Fury season 1.
I am positive it is by now.
Because
It'd have to be.
him making that, you know what? I think that would be one of the best Halloween episodes in Dino Fury, and it really showcases fear of losing his brains and them, despite the ugliness, like having rights of the footage and the voice acting and stuff. At least they gave the backstory, like about the history of the character. So now he knows who Zed is. Then the rest of the came back and they all fight for Zed, and he manhandled all of them. Monster.
Yeah.
But if the leaks were true about him coming back in season 2, I would have definitely be watching it every time. The Lord Zed is
Lord Zed coming back.
Oh, that would be so awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Let's see. Let me think on that for a minute. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Oh, here's a good one. Who do you think was probably the greatest Power Ranger of all time?
Jason.
Rock on.
Oh,
for me, it would have to be Tommy, but that's just me.
Jason and
I respect
Tommy.
that. I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Tommy is my favorite Power Ranger too, but the reason why I chose Jason is because I like him better as Red than Gold.
Yeah.
Because when he became Gold, his voice kind of changed when it comes to his hi-hats. It sounded very high pitched than he did as the Red Ranger. But as Red Ranger, he sounded more serious and gritty at times. So that's what I grew up with the most. So why do you think he came back in Forever Red as Red and in Beast Morphers as the original Red?
Yeah.
Not to mention, they didn't really, have Austin Kemp come back as a Gold Ranger. And we all know why, because as Gold, he didn't really last long because, his powers, his body couldn't handle the power of Trey for you.
Yeah. Not for
so
too
that's
long.
Probably why,
That's true. Yeah, to me.
Speaking of that, I heard something about them canceling the ideas of doing a Trey show.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I heard a while back on YouTube. Some YouTuber did a video breaking it down from Luminar, even though I don't like those people though. But they did mention something about the show that Trey didn't really have a chance to do a spin-off show, Power of Zeo. I would have loved to see that, the history of the character. Where the gold staff came from and the history of the power.
Ooh, I like that.
They also mentioned something about that as well, since that got scrapped.
Oh, it's too bad.
I'm like, dang, yeah, I know.
Yeah, and who could forget when the fan film MMPR, there was a lot of people just so eager for it, and it never happened. Man,
yeah.
That was a crying
Mr. Winnie Productions talked about it multiple times.
Yep, that's the one.
That didn't happen. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out. They've made like 50 excuses at least as to how or why they're holding back. But, it's been just about 10 years now. It's not happening, clearly. So,
how much of a bet is because of the budget cuts?
I'm positive that had something to do with it. And, Austin St. John said he loved the concept because it was dark and gritty. And, for the first time, a Blue Ranger was in charge instead of a Red Ranger, Which I thought was kind of cool, too. And for once, a girl was in charge. I don't have any problem with that. I think that was kind of cool myself, actually. Because, the concept was cool. I mean, at least they weren't playing the gender game like they tried to do for movie 2, or at least like they were planning to,
Yeah. But check this out, though. I don't know if you remember last year when the Illuminati said something about them doing a Power Rangers reboot, and they were
yeah.
going to have an all lead female cast Rangers. I'm like, no, y'all try to go with the 2016 Ghostbusters route, and
Yeah, and that
look
was
at how bad
terrible.
that turned out. If you do that with Power Rangers, or you could have tons of backlash.
Yeah,
Jason is
totally.
female, Zach as female, Billy. I mean, well, Billy. I think Billy's going to be the only male character. I
Oh,
don't know
gee.
about Trini and Kimberly, but
Yeah.
Jason and Zach are females. Like, first of all, what does a female know about hip hop keto? Does she dances like Zach? Does she
Yeah.
fights like Zach? And a female Jason. Oh, and get this, they're talking about something they're gonna they're eyeballing the actress from End of the Effing World.
Oh, gee.
I'm like, are you serious, man? Like, none of that make any sense whatsoever.
No, it don't.
And
Yeah,
I
and
didn't believe the whole split from Toei. I
No.
didn't believe that either because Hasbro didn't come out and say it themselves. They
Yeah,
didn't.
that's true. They didn't.
And yet people are still believing in that garbage.
Yeah, that's right. They do. I don't anymore. No, it looks like I lost Jonathan. Yeah, maybe he had to go, or maybe he had some problem. Well, if he comes
It's all
back, I'll
good.
chime him in. But yeah, and you're right about that too, man. And you know what? Now that I think about it, that reminds me of an issue that I brought up when they were trying to pitch that Tommy as a girl thing for the sequel.
Yeah.
I kept saying this millions of times. Tommy is not a girl's name, and and
Never.
a lot of bozos were claiming, yes, it is. It's a unisex name. No, it is not. It is not. 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 And in this case, Jason and Zach, they're not girls' names. That doesn't work. People, wake up to reality.
Oh yeah. It was just one time, like 2 years ago. I went to the school called Goodwill Excel Center. It's an adult charter high school for those who dropped out of high school. They give them a
Oh,
second chance to earn their high school diplomas. So one day at lunch, I was talking to somebody about the Power Rangers movies, about them, you know, having a female lead rangers, and I mentioned them turning Jason into a girl. Someone said Jason was always. I'm like, somebody said that Jason was always a girl. I'm like, bitch.
yeah. What the heck? Seriously.
I'm like, oh my, like there is no point of explaining to these people if they don't
No,
even
that's
understand how
true.
much I hate the idea of
Yeah.
having a female lead ranger team for the reboot. Them doing a time traveling back to the 90s and meet the original Rangers. What kind of crap is that? That doesn't work at all.
No, it probably wouldn't work. I'll admit,
No,
just because of nostalgia reasons, I liked the idea, but there's probably no way they could have pulled that off.
nah.
So they make it work. Oh, I
But
just found out from my friend Jonathan. He's going to be in the comments.
it's all
I
good,
guess
man.
he had some problem or something. So,
Yeah,
okay.
well, that's what StreamYard does for you, though.
Yeah, I know. I know it's messed up. That's why I
But
prefer Restream, but my bro Skystub likes StreamYard and he's familiar with it, so I figured it would work for him, but maybe
yeah,
next time, bro, we'll try Restream, huh? I know he's there, so. Oh,
it's all good now. But
here's a
yeah,
good one.
man. I also did a video on the other day of my idea for a Power Rangers reboot,
Yeah.
and I also mentioned something about how Bumblebee movie did have a set in the 80s.
Oh,
The
yeah, yeah.
Power Rangers should do the same thing, have a set in 1992 or 3.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
instead of you doing the time traveling crap, because that would not work, not one bit. Take the
Yeah.
time traveling plot out, have the film set in the 1990s, and focus on the original Rangers, Jason and them, and have Trini, be the new kid in town. Since her character wasn't anything about King's Let's Play. They did a video years ago talking about the original plot for the original team of Trini moving into town, being transferred to multiple schools and all that.
Oh, yeah, they
And
did that in Teenagers with Attitude, yeah.
yeah, and Kimberly's. I mean, we know about Kimberly's divorced parents and all that.
Yeah.
But as for the rest of the Rangers, we know nothing about them though.
No,
Thankfully,
that's
the
true.
Boom Studio Comics actually gave us explanation of their backgrounds and their parents and everything. So if you do that in the Power Rangers reboot, and then have them teleport to the command center after Rita escapes from the moon or whatever, have
Mhm.
her cause destructions in LA, California, and then Zonon teleports the Rangers to the command center and explains to them about the history of Zonon and Rita as Rangers before they became, in a tube and Rita became a witch.
Yeah.
Like if you do some of that from the comics and then some of that from the TV show, you introduce them to the Zords, the morphers and the coins and everything. And
Yeah.
then you have them do like the TV show in the film. And then you have a post credit scene when Rita teases a Tommy cameo.
Right.
Have her hold the dragon coin.
Of course.
Since
Of course.
she couldn't defeat the Rangers on her own in her time, she'll find somebody else who will.
Right.
And
Yeah.
then we all can be confirmed that the sequel will come in. If you do something like that in a movie, chances are the fans are gonna love the film even more. It's gonna be one of the most talked about reboots done right throughout the years because it's been done by Hasbro and E1 because it
Yeah.
makes sense. They borrow elements from the comics and the TV
Sure.
show, and they use mixed elements. But as far as like what Luminary is saying or that bull crap, don't believe anything they say because not everything they put out is true. You can't forget about the whole split from Toei rumors. So therefore, we don't know what's going to happen after Dino Fury. So we can't be like making speculations on, oh, Hasbro is, split from Toei. Like it's been confirmed. No, it's not. I
Right.
have multiple Tokusatsu channels already believing in that stuff. Ranger Liz is believing in that stuff. Um, Anybody that I watch on YouTube that I'm familiar with, they all believe in everything they see on the internet, especially if it comes from Luminary.
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah, it's amazing what people believe in sometimes. I'll admit I've been duped once in a while on these things because at first I believed it, but then later on I checked on it too, and yeah, nothing's come up about this. And
I
I'll
know.
admit, I once ran into an article that claimed that oh man, that Super Sentai was coming to a close, and it was an April Fool's joke.
Oh my God.
It was a good one too. It actually fooled me until I read it all the way to the end. Oh man, I gotta hand it to that guy. That was good. It was really
Oh
good.
yeah, that's funny though.
I know. It was funny actually.
They did a April Fool's joke on before it was called Power Rangers Beast Morphers. It was called Power Rangers Energy Chasers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But it's unfortunate that that became an April Fool's joke as well. But if you
Mhm.
think about it, that would be a cool name instead of Beast Morphers
Yeah, and it actually fits a lot better,
because
by comparison, because
since
they're
it's
talking
called
about
Energy Chasers.
the morphing
I
grid and
mean,
all that all the time.
yeah,
So yeah, that would make perfect sense actually.
most definitely. Try to another one.
Oh, here's another one from my friend Jordan. I feel bad from. Oh, sorry. I feel bad for the people donating money for the MMPR fan film he's talking about.
Oh yeah, I don't think they got ripped off. They got scammed.
Yeah,
It
that
ain't
was pretty
working.
bad.
Then
At
he got
least
scammed.
with
So
at least with the teenagers with attitude and all that. Yeah, it. What can I say? It ended up happening, but at least he managed to get something going with
yeah,
Zona Beltar and that. But yeah,
like, do you actually have to have money to make fan films, or do you just do it for free?
that's a good
Whatever kind of
question.
equipment you have.
I mean, in this case, he said he did this with his own private computer and all that, but at the same
Mm.
time, I think he did have a cast. So, yeah, you got to give them something. And I don't know what kind of production he had exactly. I know there was some behind the scenes pictures on Facebook and that, but that's about all I know.
Oh,
And
this is
let's
the first
see.
time hearing this though.
Yeah. Oh, here's another one. Oh, this is a good one from my friend Jordan here. Who is your favorite, best mentor for Power Rangers?
Zordon,
Oh yeah, totally, definitely Zordon. He's the greatest. There are some good
like there's
mentors, but
nobody that can replace Zordon because he was the one that guided the Rangers through ups and downs.
yeah, he did, no doubt about it.
Even in the comics, he was like Zordon was like that in the comics as well. Both TV show and Zordon were better.
Yep, he
But
was.
if you think about it, in Go-Go Power Rangers, Zordon had a background. Unlike the
That's
TV
true.
show,
He
the
did.
comics gave us a background of his character
Hmm.
being the leader of his crew in Eltar before he became, the tube thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and even teenage oh, sorry, Zordon and Veltar, they even brought that up in one way or another in a pretty cool way, you know?
Yeah,
That
come to find out in Zordon of Eltar, he was the original White Ranger.
yeah, that was pretty cool actually how they did
Yeah,
that.
because I didn't think that was going to happen though.
No, I didn't either. And I love the Dragon Sword in that. That was pretty awesome work.
Yeah, the Dragon Zord was like, a piece of art.
It
That
was.
wasn't really real though, but I kind of like the concept of what they were doing with it though.
Yeah.
Since Rita was the evil Green Ranger at one point when she summoned the Dragon Zord,
Yeah.
so it's kind of obvious that who she was originally. But I got to
Yeah.
give the 2017 movie credit for also that she was the Green Ranger for a few seconds without no
Yeah.
fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
But when she met the Rangers for the first time, the worst part about the fight scenes is the camera cutaway and the quick edits. Like it's just sucked.
Yeah.
Her
Yeah,
costume looked
that was.
good though, but as far as like, you know, I don't know. There's something about Rita that's got me mixed on it though.
Yeah, I know what you mean. In fact, I remember somebody wrote a comment in that when I was saying that when I complimented it, and this person, I can't remember, it's been a while, said that it
Mhm.
felt more like a origin about Rita than Zordon. And
Yeah, I
that's
know.
true. That's true. But, I give him an A for effort though, either way. I mean, with a fan film, you can do whatever you feel like. That's the way I see it. But and I'm usually not a fan of fan films, no pun intended, but it's just that, and it's usually for that reason. But when somebody tries to come up with a storyline that's at least somewhat true to the original concept, or at the very least tries to do well something that's a great shout out to the series or anything, I like that. I can respect that in one way or another.
Oh yeah,
And
most definitely.
yeah, and one of the other things I liked about that was David Fielding was there voicing King Mondo.
Wait, that
Yes.
was him doing that?
Yeah, that was him. The original Zordon himself was talking to the new Zordon, or the White Ranger Zordon, if you want to go with that.
Wow, I didn't even notice that.
Oh yeah,
I,
yeah, seriously. Yeah, if you listen closely, you could tell that that's Zordon's original voice, just with a little, a little machine sounds and stuff like that.
did, here's the thing. Did you ever find it weird that in Power Rangers Zeo, every monster sound the same?
Yeah,
It sounds like they
it's
come up from
been,
underwater.
yeah,
I'm like, what? Who
yeah.
whoever
You
came up with the idea to have every monster sound the same when it comes to sounding like they're from underwater and stuff? No, but I think one of the monsters, it was like during the episode when the Gold Ranger was about to die. His voice sounded normal, but
yeah,
they went back to use that that underwater voiceovers. Like I hated that it
yeah, I
did.
forgot about that. It's been so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. And there was one thing that Jonathan was going to say that, and that was the fact that at the very end, the final episode, after after Lord Zed and Rita do that whole thing where they give King Mondo and his family a bomb, and he says, "We're back," and obviously, and that was almost like a possibility that they would be back for the next season. But of course, we ended up with Turbo, so yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Even though that got scrapped, even Linkara mentioned it all the time. I mean, he mentioned it one time when they said that about being back. I mean, I would have loved for them to see them as the main villains in Turbo,
So would I.
but
A
I
lot
know
better than
fans
Diva
wouldn't like that.
Talks. Ugh, Diva Talks. I cannot stand that woman. She was the worst.
The worst villain ever, though.
Yeah, she was.
But One thing about her though is she had cakes.
Yeah, that's true. No doubt about that. No
But
doubt
other than
about
that,
that.
man, the character sucked. It's
Yeah,
like all the villains in Turbo were terrible.
they were. They
But
were pathetic.
yeah,
Yeah, and I still can't understand why the heck she was so obsessed with using bombs. I mean, almost every episode during the first half, I think, because I gave up after a little bit. It was a detonator, a detonator, a detonator. She planted a detonator. She planted another detonator. Oh my God, seriously. And
and it's
counter.
unfortunate that her plan worked. She blew up the Rangers
Yeah,
command center.
yeah, she did.
But I kind of feel
Yeah,
like Turbo was the end of the Zordon era because you don't have the command center anymore. You don't
yeah.
have Zordon and Alpha anymore.
Nope.
But Alpha 6 was a joke. I hated that character.
Me too. Yeah, and you know what gets me? I hear a bunch of baloney coming up from so many people who review Power Rangers saying one thing or another about the origins and all that. I mean, I
Mhm.
remember this British guy. I mean, I don't know, maybe this was in a comic that I never read. I haven't read too many of them to be honest. But except for like the Shadow Grid series and that. But
Mhm.
it's just that a British guy was claiming that I don't know what his source was, and he never told me, so that kind of tells me a lot there. He claimed that when Zordon discovered the power coins, he had Alpha 4, the predecessor to Alpha 5, with him. And I'm like, no, he didn't. He had Alpha 5. Check your facts. And
Alpha
he
4.
still, yeah, and he still swore by it. And I said, name your source. Then he never responded. What does that tell you?
Wow. So they got all that, but no name for the source. How
Yeah,
unoriginal.
yeah. I mean, if
Sounds
he
like
was talking about
sounds like
yeah,
Illuminati.
yeah, exactly. Now, if he was talking comic books, then okay, I might give him that because even though to me comics are not truly canon with the series, I'm just a hardcore series guy. I mean, I can respect the comics; they got their good sides, but to me, it's always the series. So, I mean, I can respect that because it takes a different approach. And if they want to go with that, sure, okay, fine, that's not a problem. But when you make up junk like that, and come to think of it, there was a guy who recently, I think it was just about a month ago or a few weeks back, I'm not sure which, who did a Bulk and Skull video. And I did a Bulk and Skull video like about a year ago when I was off YouTube because, well, that Copa thing, I thought that there was going to be problems. So I jumped off. But anyway, I came back and like think about 2 or 3 months back, I'm not quite sure when exactly, I put that video on there. Didn't too many views on it, very sad, because I talked about the history of Bulk and Skull on the series. You know how they start off as bullies, then they became investigators trying to find out who the Power Rangers were, as we all know. And then in the series, the third season, they were junior police academy, and then all of a sudden, and who could forget and then they became chimps, if you want to call that anything.
Oh, I hated that.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, and I found out the origin as to why that happened. They were going to make a spin-off series, but it didn't pan out. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I remember that too.
Yeah. Hey, George, quit picking on Princess. Sorry, my cat's picking on my other cat. Cut it out.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, and of course, who could forget in space when they were trying to find aliens? I know, and they've been invading Earth for about 5 years by that time.
That's one of the dumbest concepts ever, though.
It was, but to me, they more than made up for it when they led a revolution against Astronomer's army.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah. I gotta tell you, this one episode of Power Rangers in Space when they were bitten by some type of monster and they would turn to creatures. The way that Carlos
yeah.
actor was standing on the side of the thing, his eyes roll back of his head. I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, that not only the scary, but that was some good acting on as well. But I didn't see the transformation on Cassie though. I want to see how she looked though. But when I seen Carlos do it, I'm like, I can't look, I can't look at that Black Ranger the same again.
I know.
But
Oh boy.
at the same time, as like can't get it over. That was some good acting though.
Yeah. Yeah. And to me, Space will always be the last great Saban season because
Oh
Lost
yeah,
Galaxy, that was garbage. That was total garbage.
yeah. Some people say that Lost Galaxy was like a sequel to In Space, but the thing
It
is about Lost Galaxy is that some things I like about Lost Galaxy, and there are some things I did not like about Lost Galaxy. But Ginga Man,
Oh
I
yeah.
really hated Ryoma. I just thought he was the goofiest Red Rangers. He in the first episode, all he did was, I'm like,
Oh yeah,
yo,
that's right.
this I cannot deal with the screaming.
No.
He sucked. Re almost sucked as the Red Ranger. But the rest of the
Yeah,
Rangers, they were cool.
that's true.
The Green Ranger was my favorite. The Blue Ranger was my favorite. The Pink Ranger was cool.
Hmm.
But the Yellow Ranger is just worse as the one in Lost Galaxy.
Yeah, I agree. Totally. And you know what? The Yellow Ranger from Lost Galaxy, I remember Mojo did a top 10 countdown as to who's the hottest female Ranger. I'm sorry. They put her down as number one, by the way, the Yellow Ranger from Lost
Oh
Galaxy.
yeah, I remember that. That was one of the controversial ones. So. But at
Yeah.
the same time, Kimberly can't be number one all the time.
Well,
You
no,
know,
no, no. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's not that. But, well, yeah, okay. To me, she's number one. But yeah, I agree. She can't be number one all the time. But come
yeah.
on. I mean, her really, let's get, no, no. I'm sorry. To me, she's not all that. And I think the real reason that they kind of went with that concept was because of that. I think it was that stupid movie that, what was it? Um,
Sarah Vincent did. Yeah, I
it
mean,
could
I
have
don't know
been. It
what
could have
movie
been.
she did though, but I don't know.
There was a movie. It was one of those Wayans Brothers parody films. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, not another teen movie or something like
That's
that.
it. I think that's it. It was a
Yeah,
college
she walked
concept.
around the school naked and stuff.
That's the one. That's the
When I
one.
saw
I
that,
swear.
I'm like, what the heck?
I know what they were going for with that concept in that movie. I get it, but at the same time, I think that's the real reason why she was chosen as number one. I really do.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Jonathan says, to my opinion, Power Rangers Lost Galaxy is just a good series. And to my opinion, the series was a little better when Karone became the new Pink Ranger after the team up with In Space. I mean, yeah, and to some degrees, I agree with him. When
yeah,
Karone came into the picture, she definitely stepped up her game from her evil days as astronomer. But I did like that concept of her coming in as disguise. But somebody saw the bullcrap in astronomer. So the whole fight scenes with Trakina, that was pretty cool. But I don't think the only thing I didn't like about the moment is when they did this fake little fall.
oh
But
yeah, yeah.
when she came back as a ghost, came back, gave her the moment to become the new Pink Ranger.
Use the Force, Pink Ranger.
Yeah,
That's
it's
pretty much
kind of
what it
like
felt like to
Star
me.
Wars mixed with Star Trek and Power Rangers at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was cool though. You know, I liked how she was written.
Hmm. I hated Lost Galaxy with a passion. It pretty much bumped me off of Power Rangers for quite a while, except for a few
Yeah,
seasons. Like I did watch Power Rangers Dino Thunder, which I thought was pretty awesome,
yeah.
and Ninja Storm, which was pretty cool. And I've chimed in here and there on various other series, but to me, yeah, Lost Galaxy that killed it for me. But I did love the team up with the Power Rangers in space, though. That was
Yeah, I
pretty
did too,
cool.
though. When I first saw that back in 1999, I was just gushing in my neighborhood, just telling
Yeah.
everybody, yo, I just saw this great team up, but didn't nobody care about Power Rangers, though, but I did.
Oh,
So it reminisced me my whole life, though. But
yeah.
yeah, I think I kind of fell off Power Rangers right after Mystic Force.
Oh,
But I
yeah.
think
Yeah.
I think Operation Overdrive is where I really fell off and stopped
Ooh,
watching because
that was bad.
that season long was just worse. And
Yeah.
If you
That's
watch
sad.
Link Carr's review,
Mhm.
he will have you laughing.
I believe it too.
Oh, shout out Dax.
And you know, my friend Jonathan and I, we've been debating as to which one's the worst. I still say Turbo. He swears by Operation Overdrive. And I'll admit, I've seen quite a few concepts of that. In fact, I remember watching Mojo actually did a top 10 worst seasons, and they brought up Operation Overdrive, of course. And, you know, I cannot help but agree with some of the things they said. Like they said how it's 9/10 explosion machine going off, and it's always behind them like in a cliche movie where the car blows up behind you, you know?
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm sorry. Did Michael Bay direct this or something? Because he's
Oh yeah, I
always
remember
about
you
the
mentioned
explosion
something.
machine.
Oh yeah, and Time Force. That was like a fun episode though. Like I would have imagined Michael Bay filming this as well. Like that was literally one of the highlights of it though. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just such a fun episode. But as far as like Operation Overdrive goes, to be fair, both Turbo and Overdrive were bad.
Yeah,
But at least Turbo is better than Overdrive. Let's be clear.
that's true. That's true. I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
All right. Better
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that.
It's all good.
Wait. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? It would have been better if Tommy, Zach, Kimberly, Billy, and Aisha, Jason morphs into Operation Overdrive Rangers. I don't know about that one, man.
Nah.
Yeah.
I can't picture them doing a roll call and it would have been super awkward.
Yeah. And I remember the 15th anniversary episode, Once a Ranger on
That was
Overdrive.
bad.
Yeah.
Let me tell you why. Because the Overdrive Rangers, they became faggots like after that. Like they quit became being Power Rangers because they claimed that the old teams was taking over.
Yeah,
Like,
that was ridiculous too. I mean, what? That doesn't make any sense. The only good thing about that, Alpha was back for a little bit.
But the problem is the voice acting.
Yeah, I know. It wasn't
Everything
Alpha.
about it was bad. The only good part about that team up was Adam.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah,
The
Adam.
OG Black Ranger was the leader for the first time.
That's true. He
He the one
was.
let the new Rangers though, and the only problem is when they team up with the Overdrive Rangers in the battle, Adam was struggling. I'm like,
Yeah.
is this the classic scenario when a Mighty Morphin shows up to a team up, they struggle? Aren't they supposed to be the strongest Ranger?
I would think so, because they've.
Like,
Yeah, I never understood that. Now, I mean, I can understand what happened in Power Rangers in Space when he showed up because he was using the old power coin, which was destroyed, and it was
yeah.
acting up on him. Sure, that made perfect sense, but yeah, seriously, and not to mention Thrax. How could they have had a son? He wasn't even mentioned. Sorry, Zed and Rita. How could they have had a son named Thrax? He wasn't mentioned. They didn't talk about having a son or a kid or anything. Well, okay. There was one episode where he did talk to Rita that he wanted her to have a baby, but that doesn't
Yeah,
count.
that new addition, but I don't understand. Like, did they had it like had a baby like after in space?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
how did he? Now I don't want to get into that detail.
Yeah, and that's just it. Because how could that have happened? Because Zordon purified the universe.
Yeah,
Yeah, and on top of that, now that I think about it, I mean, I'm just saying, just because it's true, when Zordon purified the universe, there should have been no more evil aliens, right? So why does it keep
yeah.
going even now?
I mean, to be fair, in the post Zordon era, more different villains came around.
Yeah,
So especially in Lost Galaxy, but
that's true. Yeah.
for the most part, Operation Overdrive was, for the most part, is one of the worst seasons of all time.
It was.
Dax is the worst Blue Ranger, and now that you think about it, the whole drama behind the scenes when it
Oh,
came to
yeah.
the Black Ranger,
Hmm.
yeah. I mean, we don't know if that story of him stealing something from the children's community or whatever that they had going on, but I don't know if it's true or not. But it's people are still talking about it
Hmm.
ever since his actor made a video on YouTube talking about the situation.
Oh,
But
yeah. Yeah.
deep down, that's why the season was just not memorable.
Yeah, that's for
It's
sure.
remembered by fans as the worst season of all time.
Yeah. To
And I think
many.
that, yeah, to me, I think that's what started the trend of bad seasons starting in the Neil Saban era. Thanks to the Overdrive.
Could be. I'll admit I did kind of like the Neo Saban era. Now, you could say what you will about Power Rangers Samurai, but it did have some good points. I think the best point was Serrator. He was quite a
Yeah,
villain. I mean, that guy was practically a kung fu fighter, is the way he was.
yeah,
By
being the first
comparison,
second
he should
ranger.
have been the boss instead of Master Xandrid. I swear he should have been.
Yeah, but I just feel like the way they copy paste from Shekinger is way better than Samurai, in my honest opinion, because
Yeah, yeah,
it
I
had the
know.
right it had the right lore. You know what I'm saying? It had the
Yeah, it
perfect
did.
Japanese experience, lifestyle.
Hmm.
But the worst part about the season, you give a white guy a Japanese name.
Yeah, that was
Like,
weird.
if you're gonna do that, you should have cast an Asian Red Ranger for that
Yeah, they
name.
should have. There's no doubt about that.
I think that's why Samurai wasn't that good,
Of course,
because I
ironically,
feel like they watered Shinkanter down so bad.
yeah. Of course, that wouldn't be the first time that they've done something like that in a way. Because I remember a movie, Showdown in Little Tokyo, where pretty much
Mm.
it was the American guy who knew more about Japan than the Asian guy, who was played by Brandon Lee, Bruce Lee's son.
Oh yeah,
And I kind of think, yeah, and I found that to be kind of hilarious, but at the same time, interesting because usually they take a cliche approach with these sort of things, and that was actually pretty decent for what it was. You can say what you
yeah.
will about it, but
I mean, Showdown in Little Tokyo is like one of my favorite martial arts movies. Though,
mhm,
like I remember the first time I watched it, like around 2009,
yeah,
going in 2010. I was watching it every day on Encore Action. They
oh
used
yeah,
to always play these martial arts movies from Double Impact,
yep,
Showdown in Little Tokyo,
hmm,
all the good stuff. And I
yeah,
will always watch that every single night and day because
mhm,
of the music and the soundtrack and the action.
yeah. Those
Like,
were the days.
oh my goodness, man.
I miss. That's when movies were real movies. When before they became all watered down, generic, stealing the same concept from everybody else.
Yeah. And you barely see them do any, action films anymore.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
know John Claude Van Damme is still doing like movies, but I mean nowadays, like you only see him on Netflix.
I know.
I mean, which is understandable,
Yeah.
but now he's doing the Bloodsport reboot, coming back as what's the name of the character he played in Bloodsport.
Oh,
Frank Dukes.
oh yeah, Frank Dukes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's supposed to be playing a retired fighter and retired Frank Dukes.
really.
I'm not sure, but I've seen a little bit of what's in the trailer. Of him riding the subway, all the press, how he missed being in a tournament, whatever. Though
Oh,
I don't know, but if I do look into it, I'll probably give you the information though of
yeah,
what
that'd
this
be
is
good to
about
know.
though, because it's definitely something.
Now, George. Sorry, my cat's messing with my microphone. Cut it out. He thinks it's a toy. Yes, I love you too, George. Yeah.
Yeah, man, I got a puppy named Cuba. Yeah,
Oh
man,
yeah, that's rock
yeah,
on.
he's funny too though. You know what I'm saying? The thing is like he everywhere you go, he'll go with you though.
I know the
Just to
feeling.
get him for like an open space though. And plus
I
you
know.
gotta like find him a toy to play with though, because he'll bite anything. He think he a mouse or something.
Oh yeah.
He'll eat anything, a a stick, a shoe.
Oh jeez. Oh man. Yeah, that's always a story too. And my
Yeah,
cat
man.
George, he gets into everything. In
That's
fact,
my
there was
puppy
you're
though.
not going to believe me when I tell you this. There was one time he crawled into my ceiling.
What?
Yeah, he found an opening into my into my ceiling, and he got in there. Fortunately, I was able to get him out. And then he tried again when he found another gap. But fortunately, I was there to catch him in time because I was just doing something. I can't remember what I was doing. And all of a sudden I hear a jumping sound. Because, if you ever heard a cat jump, you know what that sounds like. But
Oh yeah.
anyway, yeah, see? And I'm thinking, oh no. And I ran and to where I heard it, and there he was, his butt sticking out from that hole. And I just quickly ran and grabbed his little legs and, carefully as I could, yet quickly pulled him out before he could get behind the wall.
Bro, that's funny though.
I
And you know,
know.
man, them animals are smart too though.
Yeah, they are. They
Like you
are.
try everything to hide your stuff or like your doors, they'll find ways to get in.
Oh,
And
yeah.
plus, cats got bones. When they have bones, but they're just soft to get through any metal objects.
Oh, yeah. It's been said that, when if a cat can get his head through something, the rest of his body can follow. And that's the
Right.
truth. Oh, my bro Sky's Dub. Bro, you're missing the comments. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, no, man. We've been having a good conversation, just talking about everything though.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, back to the concept here.
Yeah.
Pink Ranger from Samurai. Her brother was supposed to be the original Red Samurai Ranger, but they gave it to another guy.
No
Oh, I
way.
didn't know
Really?
that. I didn't
Yeah.
know that actually. That's interesting.
And that was the case, why didn't that happen in season 1?
Yeah.
And since he's Asian, he has the right name and the right
Yeah, yeah.
called Sheba.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. And come to think of it, I got to give the movie not really so much credit, but just a thought. Because for Samurai, they did something that never was done in any of the seasons that I know of.
Mm-hmm.
You know how they always started off with the Rangers gaining their powers? Well, in this
Yeah.
case, no, they have them. And then later on, we learned how that happened. I thought that was kind of interesting because, they never
Yeah.
done that before.
Yeah. We talking about that team up with the Red RPM Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember watching that years ago. I liked it at first, but after realizing how bad it was, nah. Like that didn't really call the rest of the RPM Rangers back. And the only thing I like about the movie, the TV movie,
Yeah.
was the talking without fighting. Especially Scott. Scott didn't really do a whole lot of talk about fighting. He was just going in with that high, like using his high out noises without saying a word while fighting
That's
at the
true.
same time.
Yeah. Yeah, it is pretty cool.
And then once season 2 started, they went back to that nonsense again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. And tell me something. What kind of secret they pulled off with Jaden? about the fact that his sister was a ranger.
Yeah,
That makes no sense.
Yeah, and the fact that it turns out she was the one working on the sealing spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, when I saw that, I'm thinking, huh?
It felt like an M. Night Shyamalan plot twist, is what that felt like.
Yeah. I mean, the writers just didn't know what to do with
No, they didn't.
with this season, and it just fell out of left field for me.
Yeah.
Lauren, she is an interesting character, but as far as like, the last episode going into the finale when she literally gets destroyed by Master Sandra, that sealing power did not work at all. All
No.
it did was held them back, and then it just made them stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And even when Jaina came back as a Red Ranger,
Yeah.
nah, they took the L in that last battle. But
Yeah.
I think Samurai, for the most part, it's just a bad show, and I think that's what started a dark hole in the Rangers in the News of Bond era, because it's like every year you gotta have 40 plus episodes, 22 episodes per season, and you gotta have the same thing, the same concept, the same Go-Go Power Rangers thing, the same Mighty Morphin reference. I'm like, y'all, yeah, this is why the Neil Saban era stuck, because it was original. I mean, yeah,
I can't deny it either. It's true. Yeah, as much as I adore Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the problem is that was then, this is now.
Yeah,
it's true. So yeah,
like I need to do something different.
Yeah,
I mean, thankfully, Dino Fury is nothing like Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Yeah, they still say it's Morphin time, but they're their own season.
Yeah,
which is something that the News of Bond and supposedly Beast Morphers couldn't really do. Especially the soundtrack, it was all Mighty Morphin music.
Yeah.
Down of Fury is nothing like that.
No, it isn't.
I'm like, thank you, Jesus.
Yeah. Oh, my bro says what sucks in Zeo is that Tommy's half brother died. Oh yeah.
His real life brother died in 2001 as well. I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was real sad. Sheesh.
I mean, here's the thing. His brother should have been the Gold Ranger in Zeo, though. Like, especially when they did this whole quest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Since Tommy is supposedly Native American.
Yeah.
Which is he's not, you know what I'm saying? He's a white guy, not Native. I mean, he looks Native American, but he's not really.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I'm trying to figure out is JDF is JDF Native American? Because
I don't know.
Because I can tell by his hairline and stuff, though. The way he grew out his hair, I think he is. I'm not sure, but for one thing, it is a weird concept of him doing the old Native American tribe thing, Zeo finding his inner strength when it came to learning how to pilot the red Battlezord. Then, but yeah, I think his brother could have been a Gold Ranger. Since he was sparring with Tommy at one point. You know, once he found out Tommy was a Ranger, at least he didn't freak out though. And he gave him an important concept of the important necklace that represents the tribe or whatever though. So
yeah, but at the same time though, that would have been a little difficult, I think, because didn't he play his brother?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, so that could have been a bit of a problem to keep that up. I mean, oh, okay, I just looked it up. No, he is not Native American in real life.
Oh, okay, but why did? Yeah, I think Power Rangers has a weird history of. It's like whenever race comes on the show of Rangers characters, they'll try to use like this so-called stereotype.
Yeah,
like that's not how they are in real life. I guess it's just the way I teach kids about the different tribes or different cultures and stuff. But I don't think Power Rangers is the right way to do it.
No, not really, because when they did their Christmas ones, oh boy.
Oh, that's funny. There's a scene when Tanya went full ghetto on Adam. It's like, talk to the hand. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah. What the heck? I know. I remember that. That was ridiculous. I'm
That was
sorry.
funny though. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The Kid Breeze brought out the Tanya out of that character. Like she's like one of my favorite characters in Zio.
Mhm.
Um, she's like Tanya is like a special character.
Yeah.
You
Yeah, she
know,
is actually.
she had a great development in Zio.
Yep.
The time when she was dating Sean, she definitely told them all after the game, you know, and she wasn't having it.
That's
Like she
true.
got told them off though.
That's true.
I don't know if you heard of Fandom Night.
I think I've
Uh,
heard the name, yeah.
yeah, Fandom Night. Their YouTube channel. They cover Sentai, Kamen Rider, anime, whatever stuff like that. But they mostly talk about Power Rangers and Sentai. Is
Cool.
is what their channel is known for. They was talking
Okay.
about the few episodes of Power Rangers Zero, and they always mentioned when how Adam and Tanya were like this first interracial couple, a Korean and a black woman dating though. Like it was
Oh,
just
yeah.
some crazy like fan theories of them being a couple though. Which I would like love to see that, even though they're friends on TV though. But just
Mhm.
imagine if Hasbro and E1 were to do like a Power Rangers Zeo follow up and make Adam and Tanya a couple officially, that would have worked.
I think it would have worked too, because it's always been Tommy and Kim. It was time for somebody else to kind of become a
Yeah,
couple. That would have been cool.
I know. And the only thing I didn't like about it is that it was right after Mighty Morphin, they pretty much stopped this idea of Rangers can't kiss.
Yeah, I know.
But you allowed Amy Jo Johnson and JDF kiss on TV multiple times in season 3 and season 1.
Yep.
But as far as like Dio, and Space, Time Force,
I
uh,
know.
like each and every Ranger season has a Ranger couple, and you wouldn't even allow the actors to kiss.
Yeah, that is
What is
total
y'all
BS.
afraid of?
Yeah, I don't get it either. Oh, I got to interrupt for a second here. My bro Sky Stuff says that he is actually mixed Native American.
Who,
That's
JDF?
Oh, no. My brother from another mother there, Skysdub. He's actually mixed Native American. Sorry,
Oh, okay.
the man
Cool.
himself. So,
Oh, cool.
but
Shout out.
yeah, cool. Rock on, man. I already knew that, but you didn't, so it's all good. But yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, I never thought about that until you brought that up. That's true. Tommy and Kimberly kissed. Well, maybe not all the time, but a lot of the time, and nobody else did, and that is bogus. That really is.
yeah.
I mean,
And I
they're
can
so
imagine in Dino Fury since Amelia and Ollie, they were pretty much just pretending to be boyfriend and girlfriend at some point in episode 3 when Zato was having um thoughts about his planet Ravcon, visiting his people there, and they
yeah.
go to this genie woman, and Ollie was just playing around that yeah, Amelia is my girlfriend. Like
Mm,
I know that they're not really a couple,
yeah.
but I could just picture them being a couple towards the end, like second season,
Yeah, I know what you
if
mean.
if it was done right. Because I know they'll be teasing like multiple times. So,
Yeah, that's true too.
and for one thing, if I were like Jonathan and Twister, if you were to make a interconnected universe in the Power Rangers franchise, have the Rangers kiss instead of just hugs.
Or hold hands.
Right. Like y'all gotta do more than just this than that.
Yeah, and that's true too, because you know what? I mean, yeah, it's ridiculous. Well, I mean, there is one other thing that did come up, but unfortunately, standards won't let me say it because it was not really a Power Rangers thing. It was something else, and I'm gonna leave it at that. But that's about it. But yeah,
So,
there's another thing that they just keep raving and raving on about right now, and that's the whole. I think it was in one of the newer seasons or something. They finally had introduced, like, legitimately introduced the first gay Power Ranger couple
oh,
on the series.
Dino Fury, yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The funny, well, originally I was kind of against it because I was mad at that point.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
after watching the episode and reviewing it myself, I was
Uh-huh.
like, okay, I think they did a good job of handling LGBT couples on Power Rangers.
Okay, cool.
And I think Izzy, for the most part, became the cool Ranger because of her attitude. She had confidence. She was the GOAT, and she was a strong Ranger. And
Okay.
not to mention, she's like the first LGBT Power Ranger on the show. And the way they wrote it, it's good and bad at the same time.
I got you.
But for the most part, I think I like the way they handled it in episode 13. I feel like it was done perfectly. They didn't rush it or nothing, and it was the first time that in the Power Rangers community they actually, you know, did something good for once. And hopefully they won't be milking it for future Power Ranger shows, which I know Hollywood is going to do that,
Yeah, they are.
but we don't know. But just watch and see.
That's true.
But
And yeah, and I agree. I agree with what you're saying there. For me, I don't have an issue with that sort of thing, but the problem is right now it's more propaganda the way they've been bringing that kind of stuff up in Hollywood, up, left, right, up, down, and sideways. That's the way I
yeah,
see it. That's what I don't like. I mean, I don't mind the concept of doing that. Now, if they did that about, I don't know, 10 years ago, I would definitely not have that propaganda thought in the back of my mind right now. But right now,
yeah,
that's what it kind of comes off as to me. I mean, I don't hate it, but at the same time, I just don't like propaganda. And, everybody's been making comments on Twitter and all that. And I'm thinking to myself, guys, come on. Do you have to rave about it that much? Is it really that big of a deal? I mean, you guys have been hearing, the whole, well, that thing for about, I don't know, how long has this been going on? About a good 5 or 6 years now in the movies, because they've been bringing it up like crazy. Heck, they brought it up in the remake of Beauty and the Beast, didn't they? Technically.
uh, oh wow, I didn't really notice that though about the Beauty and the Beast. I didn't even
Oh,
see
okay.
it though. But
Okay,
I
okay.
heard if I don't know about that film though. I mean, I haven't seen it though,
Well,
because
okay.
here's the thing with Disney and their live action anime movies though.
Yeah.
Some do good or some do bad.
Yeah, that's
Especially The
true.
Lion King. I
Yeah.
heard that film was terrible. Even if this is Aladdin, that was worse. Will Smith playing as a genie.
Hmm.
Oh heck no, bro. It's a pass for me. Nothing against Will Smith, but him
Yeah,
playing
I
the
know.
genie character, it's a no for me.
Not to mention, he did have a lot to live up to, and we all know that.
Yeah, up until the story about him and Jada.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Sky Stuff says, I'm glad DHR joined us as a true nerd. Yep.
Hey, look,
Aren't
that's
we
why I'm here,
all?
man. Too.
Yeah. Yeah, rock on. Yep. That's the way I see it. It's always good. Power Ranger fans
So,
need to sit together, and so do nerds, man. There's no doubt about
yeah,
that.
man, just gonna have a
Yeah.
conversation, like normal people do. Shoot.
Yeah, and it's all good, man. In fact, one of these days we ought to have another conversation on live stream again about anything else one of these days.
Yeah, we should
Movies,
though, man.
whatever.
Like this is fun though. Like I'm glad having a conversation with her though.
Yeah, we should. That'd
Oh
be kind
yeah,
of cool.
I gotta ask you
Huh.
before I head off, what are your thoughts on the Game Awards?
The what? What? I'm sorry. Say that again, slowly.
What are your thoughts on the Game Awards?
Game of War.
Um, the Video Game Awards.
Oh. I don't know on that one. The video game awards. I haven't really seen those. I don't think. The heck's up with
Yeah,
my
what I'm
mouth?
gonna tell you something though. NetherRealm Studios, the company that gave us Mortal Kombat 9, X, and 11.
Yeah.
Uh, Next year is the 30th anniversary of Mortal Kombat.
Oh
So
yeah.
they're gonna try to see what they can do with the anniversary because they're planning on rebooting all three classic Mortal Kombat games from Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3,
Oh
Ultimate and
wow.
Reboot. And
Wow.
Not to mention, years ago, when I think 2016, when they were trying to reboot all three Mortal Kombat games, HD 4K master, and the graphics look good. The problem is, um, it got scrapped because Warner Brothers was saying that if you don't have enough signatures, we cannot get the ground. I mean, we cannot get the game off.
Oh
So
yeah.
therefore, that got scrapped. But nowadays, right now,
Hmm.
it has over 10,000 signatures now. So
Wow.
I don't know how many signatures they're going to end up doing, but we definitely need people to support this game. So
Totally.
they try to remake Mortal Kombat trilogy.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, wow. That would be mind blowing, at
Yeah,
least.
yeah. So they try to remaster Mortal Kombat trilogy, and I mean, the game is already finished. They just need more petitions being signed. So once that's completed, they're gonna let Warner Brothers know, like, hey, we have more support for the MK trilogy remaster. We want you to give us the green card to get this going. And
Hmm.
once that happens, it's gonna end up, developing even more.
Wow.
Graphically, it looks good. The character sprite looks great in 4K, and they're not using digitized actors. They're just using the regular graphics to make it look different. And trust me, if you watch my videos on
Oh, of
that,
course, yeah.
bro,
Yeah,
you're
I'll have
gonna
to
see
check them
how,
out. Definitely.
yeah, like you gotta see the difference between Mortal Kombat trilogy and the HD remaster, because the HD
Yeah, I'll
remaster is
definitely do that.
so much better than the original version. That's the reason why they're making it, a remaster version come next year when the 30th anniversary,
Hmm.
you know, begin as process. So back on the topic though, when
Yeah.
it came to the leaks of MK12 or Injustice 3 supposed to be happening, none, none of that came about. So we were all expecting Ed Boon or John Tobias and them to come out, you know, at the Game Awards show to announce the game, but none of that happened. Everybody on Twitter was pissed about it though.
Huh, I can't
They
say I
want,
blame them.
yeah, because you know what I'm saying. Even I was, you know what I'm saying. They want to, Ed Boon to come out and say something about it though. But thankfully, Ed Boon responded to a fan saying that they appreciate their enthusiasm, but unfortunately, they didn't really have anything to announce. So, which means that they're still developing stuff. You got to give them time to even get that done.
Yeah,
So
that's true.
you don't want them to put out a rush product where everybody is gonna hate it. So after covering the video and after realizing and thinking, I was like, okay, that makes sense why he did that though. But
Sure.
they are known for lacking communication with the fan.
Hmm.
So I can see the reason why a lot of people were upset about that. But they are, talking to fans even more. So that's probably why, the Game Awards show was mediocre at best. There are some good trailers that I like that Sonic 2 trailer that they showed. I can't wait to see that because of Knuckles and Tails are going to be in it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's right. I heard
Yeah,
about that.
and Warner Bros. Just put out a teaser trailer of the Wonder Woman open world video game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, fun.
so Wonder Woman, so Wonder Woman is going to get her own game for the first time, which is I'm looking forward to. And the Suicide Squad kills the Justice League game coming out. Yeah, I think those are the things I like about the Game Award show ceremony. But
Man.
everything else was a hot mess. It was very boring. It,
Hmm.
talking about political stuff and
Oh, God.
yeah, and that's why I was like, I regret doing a live reaction to that because I
Oh,
was bored out of my mind, just waiting and waiting and waiting. for somebody from NetherRealm Studios to come out and say something, what we ended up getting was nothing.
No.
So
You
I
know,
said,
that's
I'm
why I
not doing
haven't
that
watched
again.
any awards at all lately. I mean, granted, I stopped watching like the Oscars for years because all it became was, oh, what kind of dress is the actresses wearing at the red carpet? It's a fashion show. That's what it
Yeah,
turned into, and I hate that. But then, last year everything got political, and no, no, no. We watch this stuff to escape reality, people. Come on. And quit trying
true,
to cram that down our
true.
throats. I mean,
And not to
if you
mention, you
believe
got
in one
dudes
thing or
wearing
another,
dresses
fine.
now. You
Yeah,
got dudes wearing dresses now, and
I
Karma's like,
know, I
what?
know.
I mean, whatever happened to manhood?
Yeah,
We're letting
exactly.
society and Hollywood and the entertainment industry, dominate us, having us wearing dresses because of what? Somebody died. Kid Cudi wore a dress on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, and I cannot
I'm like,
forget what
what?
happened when I can't remember the actor's name, the one who played. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name. The one who played Black Panther in the movies.
Who?
Uh,
Chadwick Boseman.
yeah, I'm sorry, I can never remember his name. I don't know why, but
Yeah,
yeah,
Chadwick Boseman.
yeah. When he died, and they did kind of a dedication to him on television, and what's her name turned it into politics, saying fight against injustice. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. He died of
What?
cancer. That's not the same thing. And that's the
Who
truth.
did that?
Some some woman, I don't know who she was. I think she was the one who was at the Oscars preaching that old story. We'll leave it at that. I don't like to go that route. But
Yeah,
I mean, look,
they just love to go off
there's
topic
no
a
doubt about
lot.
what happened that day. That was
Yeah,
wrong. That should never have happened. But don't criminalize the whole country for it. And I'm sorry, the
right,
man died of cancer. He was
right,
not murdered. There is a big difference between cancer and murder. Now, if she said
right,
something like, "Please try to donate for the fight against cancer," that would have been different. We would have
right.
dug that. We would have understood it. But don't bring that in on this. That had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, this is my first time I'm finding this out.
Yeah, yeah.
There was this guy who he was known for getting in a lot of trouble. Um, Ever since Chadwick Boseman died, he was trying to chase caught by selling his book to gain profit out of Chadwick Boseman's
Oh,
death.
that's wrong. That is just
And
wrong.
when I did a video on it last year, I was disgusted. Like, what human being in their right mind would even come up with something so stupid? The guy died of cancer. You want to profit off of it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's messed
Come
up.
on.
And you know what? I'm just gonna get back to the slight topic here. Our friends on here say, let's see,
Oh
Jordan.
man, we're all missing a lot of comments.
Yeah, I'm sorry, and I hate to say this. We'll probably have to go soon because
Yeah,
I
me
gotta go
too.
work early tomorrow, and I know you do. You
Yeah,
gotta go. Probably kick off soon. But anyway,
yeah.
we'll just finish with the comments at that.
It's all
Let's
good.
see. Yeah, it's all cool, man. Let's see from Jordan. From Jordan, movie fan. I've been following you since 2014. Thank you for bringing everyone together. You're so awesome. Well, thanks,
Hey, shout
Jordan.
out.
But thanks, Jordan. And I can't take all the credit for that one. I definitely got to owe it to my brother from another mother, Sky's Dub, who says I've been friends with movie fans since 2014 as well. Long time for both of us, and that's true. These two
That's
have
up.
been my original supporters. No, correction. I'm sorry. I don't like to use the word supporters when it comes to this. I say anybody who sticks with you this long, they're friends. That's the way I see it. Of course, with Sky's Dub, he's my brother from another mother. That's what it comes down to for us. Because we've talked a lot about stuff, this and that, politics here and there. I try to avoid politics because usually it's a
Yeah, me
bloody
too.
mess, especially right now. But
I
some
mean,
things need to be said. That's about
yeah,
the
I
gist of
mean,
it.
I think for me, when I talk about politics, I go over and cover the stories on the articles.
Yeah.
But after that, I just go back with my regular topics though, because my channel is not based on politics; it's based on reactions and everything I do.
Hmm.
So only time I talk about politics is when it's in the right time to bring it up on certain topics though. But after
Sure.
that, man, I just go back to my regular stuff. I leave politics alone and just go back to doing the same stuff I do before.
That's what
So
I try to do. try to. Well, in my case, I just try to avoid it altogether. But every now and
Exactly.
again, that comes up because before you showed up, pal, they started trying to do some propaganda on here. So we'll leave it at that.
Oh yeah.
You caught that, huh? Oh, sheesh. I mean, I'm sorry, but no, I cannot go with stuff like this. No. I try to talk about good things. That's what I try to do. I'll talk about bad movies. I mean, because there's no avoiding that. But I mean, there are bad films out there. There's a lot of them. Oh boy. But yeah. Sometime, pal, we ought to do another live stream, and we ought to try and get together on, anything else, like some latest movie coming up or whatever, or something altogether.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I mean, maybe, hopefully, I'll be able to fix my avatar the next time you invite me there. Though.
That'd be cool.
So
Oh,
yeah, man,
come to
whatever you do,
think
me,
of it,
man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here.
yeah, that'd be cool, man. Rock on.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, how would I? There's got to be a better way to try to send you the link for these sort of things, and to let you know when I'm going to do a live stream for future reference, man.
Do you have social media?
I got Discord.
Shoot. Hold on. Let me get a. I have a book down so you can write it down. Because
Paige Rodriguez, Green Lantern.
I recently just did a Discord, so I'm still trying to figure out how to work it myself. So I'm not really that good at it.
I'm not too savvy
I'm
with
still
it
figuring
either.
it out.
I'm not too savvy with it either myself. My bro is, but yeah. Oh,
Yes. What's your Discord name?
Oh, my Discord name is. Let's see. Of course. Let me find that here. It should. Oh, the movie universe.
Okay.
I just call myself Movie Fan for short.
So your Discord name is the movie universe?
Yeah,
Or
the
is it a different
movie
name?
universe. I'm sorry?
Is it the movie universe or is it something different?
No, it's the movie universe. And
Okay, cool.
my avatar, I hadn't changed this one. My avatar is the old artwork of the Megazord. I haven't changed that
Okay.
yet.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can find you there.
Yeah, cool. Oh, my bro says I might add you DHR.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, that'd be cool, man. We got to stick together on this. Like I said, oh,
All
here's
right.
one from Pedro Rodriguez. I got to give him this one. Green Lantern was a bad movie. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
That
I've seen
was-
that one myself. I hated that movie.
Oh, I don't know what they were thinking when they did this. That was just bad. I even made a special video, which I hope to bring back to life again. A Dare to Compare. I compared that to Batman and Robin.
Oh Jesus.
I know. I think when the new year rolls around, I'm going to post that again because, oh my God, and you got to see this. I actually did a full-blown Dare to Compare. I did a countdown as to like what was bad, the costumes, the works, which was worse, who had the worst costume concept, who had the worst plot and all that. And if I do say so myself, I think I did all right with it because, I don't
Now,
think
you want
anybody.
to know what's even worse about that movie? Poison Ivy.
Oh God, I hated her so much. I'm sorry, but Uma
I
Thurman.
mean,
No.
yeah.
She is a terrible actress. I don't care what anybody says. She sucks. And she
Only
is
thing
not
I like about
attractive.
it was and it was a Kill Bill franchise. That was
Yeah.
it. As far as the movie goes, no.
Yeah. And yeah, her costume changes, her constant costume changes. Oh my God. And the hair thing. What the hell were they thinking? I hate that so much.
Oh my God.
Everybody loves to bash Arnold, and I guess I can understand why. But everyone else was just as bad, except for maybe no, correction. Everyone else was just as bad, except for Alfred, because he stayed the same.
Yeah. I mean, George Clooney, he did all right as Bruce Wayne.
As Bruce Wayne, yes. As Batman, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have a server.
Yeah, somebody said you should show your Discord server. Yeah, Sky Dove said that.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have one. It says the Movie Universe Versus server. I think it's because I'm looking at it myself. Yeah, the Movie
My Discord
Universe.
name is DHR2 Productions. Same thing as my title. I mean my profile.
Okay, let me see if I can try and search that. Let's see. Maybe I might have better luck. DHR2. Is it all one word or gaps?
Productions.
Oh, Productions. Okay. I mean, is it DHR altogether and then 2 production altogether, or is it
No,
separated? No.
no, DHR2 Productions.
Okay.
No, DHR2, and then separated into productions.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Yeah, I guess that was
Yeah.
very clear. No results.
Oh wow.
I don't understand these things. This is why I hate the
Yeah, me
search
neither
engine
though.
ones.
I mean, I was trying to get my buddy BGL on the Discord. I got him,
Yeah, my
him
bro
and
is
Jordan,
better with this.
but yeah,
Oh, you should be having numbers next to your Discord name. That's right.
yeah, you know what? I forgot about that too though. That's probably
I
why.
did too. I did too. You know, that's one of the things I hate about this. They insist on that. Let me
Yeah.
find mine. I forgot all about that. I'm
I
sorry.
mean, it's easy to find everybody on social media, especially Twitter, Instagram. But as
Yeah.
far as the Discord goes, I don't know. I mean, like I said, we all
Yeah.
got to figure out how to work this thing.
I know. It drives me nuts too. Let me see if I can find it. Do you have numbers behind yours, or do you know what they are?
I don't know. I think I might have to look it up.
Let me see if I can find
Yeah,
somebody.
because I think a few months ago I just started a Discord
Oh, okay.
because I've been looking at multiple videos of how to actually find people on the Discord, how to connect with them. It's like you know how people do the Discord.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty messed up how they do that. I might have
Yeah.
to go with until we figure this out, we might have to go with Twitter. Because I got that too. So
All right. So your Twitter name is the movie universe.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna find you there.
Here, I'll stay with you so we can figure that out.
No, it's all though. I'll figure it out.
No, it's all good, man. I just want to make sure you got it. That's all.
Okay, appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I don't like to leave people hanging.
It's all good.
Yeah, but yeah, same title, just a different image. I haven't changed that either. It's still the Dragonzord one. Oh yeah,
It's all
Jordan,
good.
I'll do that. Let's see if I can add him to my Discord.
Hold on, we'll write it down too.
Let's see where.
Hey.
I don't know why these things can't be straightforward. It's ridiculous. I had a friend on here who disappeared on here. I don't know what happened to him. He was a real cool guy, but yeah, he got me into Discord, and then I kind of lost track of him. I don't
Yeah,
know.
thanks guys, man. I appreciate it, bro. Yeah, he basically just wrote down your Discord name, so I wrote it down.
Oh, thanks, bro. Thank
Yeah,
you. I forgot. I can't. I don't know why I couldn't find my thing there. I don't know why.
yeah.
So that was up a lot.
Yeah, so now I know who you are though. So I'm gonna try to add y'all into my Discord as well.
Yeah, rock on. You do that. I'm gonna stay on so I can do just that. You know, it's weird. It's funny it doesn't pop up on you. I don't know what on myself. I mean, I don't know why. It should by all logic.
I mean, not unless I find you though, so that way you'll be able to see if it's from me. If I add you in my Discord, then you'll probably know if it's me, and you'll do the same thing that I
Yeah.
know what you do.
Yeah, I'm sure of that. But I'd rather make sure this thing actually worked though.
All
Because
right,
this thing is squirrely.
I
And that's
know.
putting it mildly. Yeah. Tell DHR to get my Discord account. Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, yeah, he sent his. And, it's funny. Bro, got a question for you. How do you search for somebody on there? Because I've been
I
trying
don't
to
know.
search
I mean, like I
Jordan.
said, I just started using it. I'm still trying to figure out myself. But maybe, if I learn something, I'll probably figure out what to do.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I was talking to Sky's Dub.
Oh, okay.
He would know better than anyone. Trust me on that one. Yeah, I know you are, bro. You're very tech savvy. There's no doubt about that. But how do you find someone on Discord? Because I look in the search engine for Jordan, for instance, and I've had no luck.
Yeah, I've been I've been doing the same thing too with BGL and Killer Game J Killer J Jamie at the same time. So for the most part I had issues with that as well.
That is really weird. I don't know why it couldn't be just simple, straightforward stuff like Twitter or
I know.
tag, though. Oh, hashtag numbers, yeah. I can find them easily, but I need hashtag numbers. Well, I know you can. Well, I suppose I could let him take the wheel because he would know better than anyone. Well, let's see. I'll send this to you. Let's see. Jordan sent me this. That's a starting point. And let's see.
Oh, I think we should though. Jay's Watch says we should do a top 10 Power Rangers list.
Oh yeah, we should. We definitely should. We'll do that for a future episode. Because it's getting late and we're trying to figure this out.
Yeah,
hey, you know what?
Myself.
Yeah, I know. I wonder, I should probably end this broadcast, but I wonder if it would kick him off and all that. I
don't think so because he's not on the stream yard. He's in the chat.
Well, that's true too. Well, we'll take the chance. If not, I can get a hold of him. So I'll just end this broadcast right now. So I'll just say that thanks for everybody who was watching so far and listening. And thanks for sticking with us. And I especially want to thank my special guests, my brother from another mother, Sky's Dub, for helping me out here. My good friend Jay's Watch, and of course Jordan, and our new good friend DHR2 Productions.
Hey.
I definitely plan to do more videos with you guys in the near future.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man. Like I said, we Power Ranger fans need to stick together. So,
there you go.
Yep. So until the next time, this is Movie Fan signing off.
All right.